Please, let's be mindful of what we put in the chat box. Let's be respectful of each other. Good evening, good evening. I can see your chats and welcome, 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 welcome. So, to kick off, let's start off with a big virtual round of applause. You know, I want us to show some love for the organizers of this event. Just put it in the chat box. And that way too, I can know you can hear me. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So please go ahead and just give us a round of applause. Also, I would want to know all those that are here with us right now. So if you can go ahead, type, you know, give us your favorite emoji, give us your name and your location, where you're signing in from, and what you're looking to forward to from this event, just so that we can begin to know each other. I can see Bliss. Bliss Soyo. Soyo Ye. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I can see Bliss. Thank you so much. Please let us know where you're coming from. Bliss is from Lagos. Let's know where you're coming from. Deborah Samuel. Yes. Deborah Samuel from Ibadan. Am I getting that right? Yeah. Yeah, so just let us know where you're coming, where you're joining us from. Let's know your name. Yes. Please, can we accept more people into the chat room, into the call? Adeyemi Adeyinka from Ikorodu, Lagos. Opeyemi Awolola from Lagos. I'm here to learn and to connect. Thank you for being here. Joy Amaka from Amaka. Amaka, you cannot be from Amaka. Where are you from? Where are you from? Emefe Fades from Benin. I'm sure that was a typo, so please write it down again and rewrite it. We want to know where you're from. Yes, Joy Amaka from Lagos. Welcome, welcome everyone. Adetutu from Sangota, Olajide Eniola from Ogun State. That is amazing. So please just let us know where you're signing in from. Let's make some virtual noise and light up the chat room. Give us your emojis. Let's see your emojis, your best emojis. We want to see that. Yeah, I like that. Yes, 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 yes. It's really fantastic to have such a diverse and dynamic audience joining us from different parts of the world, from Lagos, from everywhere. It's really amazing. Yes, yes. Now, before we dive into everything that we've planned, let me just let you in, you know, that today's event isn't just about fashion. Keep your emojis coming. It isn't just about fashion. It's about celebrating business owners, entrepreneurs, creativity, innovation, you know, and the power of community. So just get ready to unleash your inner strength and to impact your business after today's program. I can assure you of that. So are you ready to embark on this journey with us? Let me see you type "we're ready" in the chat box. Hamzat, I can see you. Sarah, I can see you. Yes. Yes, we're ready. Thank you so much. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Can we admit more people in? There are people waiting. Sandra Abioye, we can see you. ID, yes, we can see you. You're very welcome to this event. I'm so excited for this event and what we are about to, you know, to learn and all the things that we're about to go on in this event. We're so excited about it, and for our special guest that is joining us any moment from now. So next on, we have a fantastic lineup of activities. So we're going to be going straight to transition into our next session, where we will have the honor of hearing from one of our incredible leaders who has been instrumental in shaping the vision and the mission of our foundation. Her tireless efforts and visionary leadership have not only transformed our foundation, but has also left an indelible impact in the lives of countless youths and individuals. Okay, anybody can freely join now. Anybody can freely join in on the call. I want to see your emojis. I want to see your emojis. So we're moving on to the next section. So I'll be inviting a visionary leader that we have. Thank you so much. A visionary leader in the person of our co-founder. Our passion for creating positive change and our unwavering belief, in the potential of every young person have been the driving force behind YSIPS as a foundation. So without further ado, it will be my absolute pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ivory Emeka Ogugwa. Please, if you're just joining us, put your name in the chat box where you are joining us from and let us know what you're hoping to gain from today's event. Chris Clothing, I can see you. Can you please change your name from Chris Clothing to your real name? Can you give us your real name, put in your first name and your surname, please? ASO Stitches. Okay, I can see you have yes, okay, yes. Yes, we have Olaoye Rachel from Ilorin. I want more people to join in. We want more people to join. We had over 600 people register for this event. So let's have more people. Let's have more people join. Vivian Isibo, yes, I can see you. Catherine Oshiri from Lagos State. I'm looking forward to learning how to push myself in the fashion business. Yes, that's a good thing to aspire to. Vivian Isibo Egogo from Edo State. I'm looking forward to expanding my knowledge in building a brand and getting a good understanding about networking. We're so excited about today's event because we have a special guest in the house, and I'm sure you guys cannot wait to meet her. Yes, let us know where you are joining in from. Let us know where you're joining in from. Grace, Agada Grace from Lagos. Looking forward to learning the business aspect of fashion and building a thriving brand. Absolutely, that's what we are here for. Abiodun, Adoronke, I can't wait. We can't wait too. We are so excited for the meeting we're having today and our special guest in the house. Abiodun, can you let us know what you're excited about? Vivian Isibo. Your excitement is contagious. Olaoye Rachel from Ilorin, Kwara State, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, it's a privilege to be here. Thank you, Atinuke Sabrina. Please Soyo. Deyimbo Busayo from Lagos. So nice to have you here. We want more people to join in. Princess Ekezie from Port Harcourt. I'm here to learn and connect for the next level in business. I'm ready. Absolutely. That's what we're here for today. That's what we're here for today. Please, if your iPhone, please, can you change your name? So we're changing our names. Change your name. Give us your name. We want to connect with you. We don't know iPhone. Can you change your name, your first name or your last name, and let us know where you are connecting from? Safiat Hamza, we see you. I'm excited that she'll be sharing us insight that would encourage a starter like me. I really desire to meet her and learn from her. Amazing. I appreciate this opportunity to meet her virtually. That's wonderful. I'm looking forward to learning more about fashion designing and also increase my brand awareness from Sandra Abioye. Boluwa Tife is connecting from Lagos State. Tife Design. Super ready to hear from our speakers. Super pumped up. I'm so excited too. Super ready to hear from our speakers. Amazing, amazing audience we have here. Amazing. I'm so excited about what we're going to be having today. And the fact that YSIPS is a foundation that is all about impacting in the lives of youth through our various programs, through mentorship to entrepreneurship, and through basically just giving out to the youths, basically. And this is one of the programs that we've come up with. This is our inaugural edition. We have so many more editions to come. We're going to be having it possibly we're going to have like 5 more editions in this year. So I want you to look out for it because it's going to be amazing. You're going to learn a lot of things because it's very important to us that the youths of Nigeria and around the world anyway, but at least we're starting from home. Nigeria is our home and charity begins at home, that we're able to impact, to the youths of the future. So thank you so much for joining. Wasiu Olamide from Ondo, Akure. I'm looking forward to learning more about building a brand. Absolutely. Our guest speaker has built a brand, an amazing brand from the ground up, and she is a phenomenal example to be looking up to. Amazing. If you're joining us, just joining us now, please kindly change your name. If your name isn't your full name, if you have iPhone or any AKAs, please just kindly change it to your full name and let us know where you are joining us from and what you're looking to learn. If you have your friends and your family or people that are supposed to have been on this call, please remind them we're already started, and we're going to be moving on with the program. I don't want anybody to miss any part of the program. And if you're just joining us, please put in your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're joining us from and let's know what you're looking to learn. And if you're pumped up, put in the chat, we are ready. We want to know that you're ready. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so we're going to be moving on. We're going to be moving on very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We're going to be moving on very, very quickly. I would like to remind everyone, please change your names. I'm still seeing some names that are iPhone and the rest. Please change your names. We'd like to meet you. Let us know where you're joining in from. And please let us see the excitement in the chat box because we are going on to the next session of the program. All right, so without much ado, we're going to moving on to the next phase of the program where I'm going to be introducing our co-founder. She's an amazing, amazing woman. I mean, her passion for creating positive change and her belief in the youth is something that I greatly admire. And I would like to call her on. I'm going to read her profile. I'm just going to read her profile. So our co-founder is the person. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Emerald Cloutier. Please, if you can change your name and let us know your full name. I can see you're excited. Thank you so much. All right. So without further ado, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ivory Emeka Ogogwa. Mrs. Ivory Emeka Ogogwa is a minister of the gospel, a visionary leader, and a social entrepreneur with over 12 years of experience in youth leadership, mentoring, and development. At the age of 20, following the increasing need for positive role modeling amongst young people, Ivory hosted hundreds of teens in her first teens conference held in the city of Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. The conference, which attracted teenagers from various secondary schools, was so impactful that Ivory thereafter got several invitations to speak at different events, different secondary schools, and youth conferences. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say I can hear you. She went on to institute a mentoring network for teens and young ladies, impacting the lives of hundreds of teenagers and young ladies. In 2015, Ivory launched Project Grey, a charity back-to-school project for indigenous kids in Lagos State, indigenous kids, in Lagos State. In 2020, YSIPS Foundation was officially incorporated, and since its incorporation, Ivory has led the YSIPS team to implement several social innovation projects, including the just recently launched U40 BizGist. Ivory is also the founder of Purity Revolution Network, a Christian community on a mission to promote and restore sexual purity among single and married folks. She's the host of the Becoming Sexually Whole series. Ivory continues to run a structured mentoring network, the Grace Pillars Tribe, where she mentors young women on self and purpose discovery and fulfillment using the 7 Ps framework. Ivory is a business analyst and a project management professional, and currently leads the customer success team at the Business Analysis School. She's a fellow of the Barack Obama Young African Leadership Initiative, West Africa, with a certificate in civic society engagement, and an alumnus of Lagos Business School with a certificate in non-profit leadership and management. She's also an alumnus of the Faith Foundation with a graduate certificate from the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Program, and she holds a BSc in Industrial Chemistry from Imo State University. In 2022, Ivory was recognized as a social impact leader by the Gemstone Network led by Fela Durotoye. In the same year, she received the Social Contributors Award at her local church, Dominion City, Lagos. I can see people saying awesome profile, absolutely, awesome profile. In the same year, she also received Social Contributors Award at her local church, Dominion City, and has since received other recognition for her humanitarian work and contribution to youth development. She is joyfully married, and their union is blessed with 2 adorable children. So it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ivory Emeka Ogugwa, a true trailblazer and champion for youth empowerment. Let's show our appreciation for her incredible leadership and dedication. Please join me in giving a warm virtual welcome by flooding the chats with emojis and messages of gratitude as she delivers her welcome address. The floor is yours, ma. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Akudo. Okay, please confirm that you can hear me loud and clear, because I need that to be the case tonight. Good evening, everybody. Somebody excited to be here. If you're excited, I know you'll be showing some excitement. I mean, I'm actually absolutely overwhelmed with joy because we are here. This is actually the inaugural edition of this U40 BizGist, and the traction that the publicity received, we did not fathom it. And I'm most excited to be here, obviously, and very, very privileged to be the chief servant of this wonderful organization. So thank you again, Akudo, for that warm welcome. Thank you, everyone that has joined this call today. Again, can you hear me very well? I need to be sure that you can hear me. So let me know in the chat box if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I can see your response. Yes, I recognize your names. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so very quickly, we hope that the 600 this evening, when we checked the registration, we had 800 people, and I'm wondering, where are you guys? Where are the 800 people who need to be here, who desire to be here? But I know that they will join. So you're very privileged to be here from the start because you're going to be hearing a lot of things that will transform your business your business as a fashion entrepreneur. Even if you're not a fashion entrepreneur, it's going to transform your business, whatever business it is that you're doing. And of course, it would also transform your life for the better. I want to start by saying a big thank you in absentia. I'm not sure if she has joined the call yet, but if she's here, I want to say a big thank you to Miss Prudent Gabriel, who, so I like to keep it real, right? In fact, from the ideation to the actualization of this event, I can tell you for free that with everything we've seen and experienced, we can only know that it's actually in the heart of God that this event holds. And I remember when we're thinking of who to invite for this maiden edition, and when we said we wanted somebody in the fashion industry, it was very easy. I mean, we didn't have to look too far. We didn't have to look too hard to find the person that fits the perfect profile for who we want to have on our podium. I mean, Miss Prudence, as you all know, and I'm sure she's the primary reason all of you and most of you that are on this call are here because of what she represents, because of who she is, because of her values, maybe less because of her success story. It's more about who she is and what she represents. So I want to say a big thank you to Ms. Prudent Gabriel, to the Prudent Gabriel brand, yeah. And I also want to thank every other alliance to the Prudent Gabriel brand, the Prudential Fashion Academy, and all the brands that are affiliated to her. So again, I'll say sit back, relax, enjoy, because you're going to have a wonderful time being here. It's going to be a very brief, I'm sorry you had to wait for a while. As you already know, the first day of stuff, there's a lot of trying to sort things out, but I'm glad we didn't start too late, but apologies because we were actually shooting to start at 6 on the spot. So very, very quickly, I'm just going to talk to you. So when I was told that I would do this, like when I got the information that I would do a welcome address, I was like, what am I going to say to fashion entrepreneurs? I'm not even a fashion, as in like, if I mean, from my profile, you know, I'm really just about people development. I'm very passionate about, you know, seeing people succeed, seeing people become all that God has created them to be, seeing young people thrive and make an impact. So for me, it's just is what makes me wake up in the morning. I wake up thinking of whose life to impact. I wake up thinking of how we can put a structure in place to make this person's life move from where it is to where it's supposed to be. I mean, that's the whole essence of life, right? And while I was, you know, in church on Wednesday, I was like, Holy Spirit, you need to help me because I don't know what I'm going to say. I would very much prefer to be at the back end, you know, and just sit back and hear, you know, the amazing speakers for tonight. And then I just heard it, you know, I was just hearing it. And for me, the things I was hearing in my head where I could just, as they were dropping, I was sort of juxtaposing it with Miss Prudent Gabriel and, you know, some of the things that I know about her. And well, so I'm just going to tell you real quick that I believe that everybody here has different reasons why they are here, but what is very primary and fundamental is that we all have a desire to succeed as individuals, to succeed as fashion entrepreneurs, to succeed as young people that are looking, you know, to make the world a better place. And there are like 6 things that, you know, came to my heart on Wednesday, and I put them down. It may be for somebody here, it may not be for everybody. It may, I mean, for some of you, you're here just to hear who is going to win the scholarship. It's okay, it's fine. You've worked hard for it, and congratulations in advance to all the contestants and to the people that will be named as finalists today. But well, there are some things that, you know, one of the things that came to my heart was I mean, what does it really mean to be successful? When you talk about someone being successful, what does it really mean? What does success mean to you? What does success mean to you? Because if you have a wrong notion of success, you take the wrong steps to achieve success. Okay? If you have the wrong notion of success, if you have the wrong ideology of success, you're definitely going to make the wrong choices, take the wrong road down towards achieving success. And you know, real success is that a man really lives and fulfills, you know, all that God has put you here on earth to do. But there are some things that that came to me, and I call them the 6 pillars of success as it came to me. And the first thing I want to say, I mean, it's I think it cuts across success. It's success across every sphere of your life, success across every sector. Okay, success across everything that you would ever find yourself doing. And the first pillar I put here on my notepad is you have to seek knowledge to be successful. You know, you have to seek knowledge to be successful. You know, the things that will make you successful really are the things that you know. You know, if success for you means having money in your bank account, you have to know something to attract that money. You have to be giving some sort of value to be able to get, you know, the legal tender in return. Like they always say to us, that money is the reward for value given. But before you can even give that value, you have to be knowledgeable about something, you know, to be able to give it as a value. So in this case tonight, it's probably the knowledge you have is your knowledge of fashion designing, okay? So you have to seek knowledge, even when you get a skill. So I'm going to relate that seeking knowledge to skill acquisition, because part of seeking knowledge is seeking to, you know, enhance yourself. What can I do to impact? What skill can I develop to impact, you know, value to my society? What problem can I solve? I'm more of an intellectual than I'm a handcraft person. Like my brain works so I know that I'm not gonna even waste my time trying to learn how to sew, because I mean, as much as I love it, you know, as much as I love it, as much as I wish I know it, so that I will stop giving fashion designers like you guys, you know, I will make money, you know, and then I'll dash it out. But the truth is that I know that till tomorrow, I'll probably learn how to sew like an underwear and I'm fine. But to tell me to sit down and be sewing, you have another thing coming. So, but everybody find your strength. What's that thing that your heart yearns for? And because this is already a defined community, this is a defined demographic. For you, is it the fashion designing skill? Yes, don't say I can take my money. It's fine, no problem. It's it's a whole ecosystem. It's all right. You take my money. I know how to take it back from you or from anybody connected to you. But yeah, everybody will not be a fashion designer. So I leave you guys. The Lord bless and keep you and bless the works of your hands. Yeah, but seek knowledge. Even when you learn the skill, is one thing to know and it's another thing to know how to do stuff excellently. Okay. So in seeking knowledge, there's some knowledge that will come to you freely. There's some knowledge that you would have to go for. And that's actually one of the distinction factors. The fact that you're here, that you have that value in place, because the other fashion designers that would have seen this advert, seen Miss Prudent as a guest speaker, and they wouldn't care to be on this call. But you, because you're seeking to know, because you have a passion for knowledge, okay, that's why you're here and you have stayed this long on this call, you know, because you have a passion to know. So one of the things I'll tell you is that in seeking knowledge, make sure that you're all willing to pay for knowledge, okay? Because knowledge acquired freely can be easily lost. A lot of people don't place too much value on, you know, they don't place a lot of value on free knowledge gotten or anything gotten freely. So for you, the distinguishing factor maybe in your business would be that you have to pay some extra money to go to PFA and learn. You'd have to save money instead of, you know, buying bone spread and all of that. As you're getting money from customers, you're saving it so that you can save up to go to PFA to go and upskill your fashion designing skills. So seek knowledge, then seeking knowledge. When knowledge comes to you freely, appreciate it, but also know that some of that knowledge you may have to pay to get the knowledge. That is why people are writing professional exams. It's not enough, because the moment I write a professional exam and I have a certification in a particular profession, you see that my earning capacity increases because now I have added value to myself. Okay? The second thing that I want to say is apply knowledge. So when you have knowledge, you need to be able to apply the knowledge that again, this is what separates Mr. A from Mr. B or fashion designer A from fashion designer B. You know, it's one thing to know, it's another thing to apply what you know. I don't care how much knowledge you have, okay? The one that applies 1% of what they, you know, so many times I say to myself, that's even one of the problems we have in Christendom. So you go to church, you have a lot of knowledge, you hear you're so full of rhema and all of that. But hardly, I mean, the percentage of people that are practicing the things that they're learning are few. And if you see that one person that is actually applying, you know, what they are learning, you will see how so much different their life would be. You know, you see how much success they are recording. So when you get the knowledge, don't leave it at getting it. Nobody will applaud you for what you know. You know, okay, for what you know in the sense of, yes, you can convert that knowledge to something, you can begin to teach and all of that. But it's when people begin to see the impact of what you know that they can begin to, you know, place value on you. And one of the ways you show that you have, you know, you have value is by applying what you know. So another way to put it is, they say wisdom is knowledge applied. Yes, very true. So when you've gotten knowledge, when you have paid for knowledge, whatever it is, begin to apply knowledge. Then the third thing I would say is apply knowledge excellently. Again, this is a step-by-step process. And, you know, I was saying that when I got this thing, I began to sort of compare it with PFA and PG. I call her PG for short, Prudent Gabriel, for what I think she represents. And I see that if there's anything that you can attest to is the excellence of her work. And pretty much anybody that is making a wave in the fashion industry, you know, anybody, because this call is about her tonight, I will not call the names of any other brands, but you know them, okay? But for her, that's exactly what she represents. So when you're doing your work, how well do you do it? How well do you do it? How well do you do it? Do you put your all into it? You know, what's your value? Do you have a value for excellence? Because you can apply knowledge excellently. You have to have a core value for excellence. You know, I'm someone that values excellence so much. That's why some of the back end hitches we've had to them is biting me, but I've also learned emotional intelligence in such a way that I can, you know, say, okay, no problem. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's running, okay? All right, but when you get that knowledge, when you start applying the knowledge, go the extra mile, give it everything, give it your 100%, do it diligently, do it excellently. My God, when you see PFA's clothes, you're like, you know, you can't even find where, you can't, if you try to, some clothes you see, you know how the joining happened. But when you see her own, you don't know where the joining started from and where it ended. All you know is that you're seeing a masterpiece, a work of art. If she doesn't value excellence, trust me, you won't be on this call, you know, itching to hear what she has to say tonight. So apply knowledge excellently, apply knowledge diligently. Be very diligent in your work. Then the fourth thing I'll bring is when you need to find your tribe, okay? No man is an island, all right? In this life, you need collaboration. So finding your tribe is find the community of people, you know, that you gel with. That's one thing that has helped me. So for those of you that I have in my workplace, so I have a colleague that keeps saying every time we have a new staff, we do our rounds, do our introductions. And one of the things she would say is, I don't make friends. You know, I don't like to make friends. I know the first day I heard her say that, I was like, oh, what a pity. Because not what a pity, because her life is pitiful or anything. I can imagine if she had gotten to this point in her life now, how much farther, you know, she can go if she's able to build the right kind of network. Now I understand that maybe she means like she's an introverted person, but yeah, but if you're the kind of person that likes to run solo, you know, they've said if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with a team, you go together. When you find your tribe, and in finding your tribe, let me tell you one of the secrets. It's actually God that brings those relationships your way. Do you understand me? You might consciously go out. Of course, there are natural factors you need to do. I'm not a social butterfly myself. If you check my social media, it's dry, it's dead. Like it's a struggle. I'm still trying to struggle to understand the world of social media, you know, but because I've heard somebody say, Ivory, you found that you're a CEO, you need to go out, you need to network. And there's a lot of sense in that, a whole lot. So yes, there's one part, you have to consciously go out to build your networks, okay? On the other hand, you can actually pray those people to you, and which is what has actually worked for me more. Because the truth, I cannot change myself. my temperament is both in and out, right? But I'm more in, really. I can be out when I need to, when it's work related, or when I know that, okay, we need you to be out here. But my natural inclination is I'm a homebird. Like I can stay in my house, be on my laptop or with a book, and I'm fine. But somehow I've been able to also build some meaningful networks. And I saw how God just brought those networks my way. Okay. I saw how God brought them, but you must belong to a tribe. You must find, you cannot function alone. I can even tell you for free that PFA, has her tribe. And many of you already know the people in her tribe. One of them is also a very top fashion designer. Okay. You must find your tribe. You know why? Because even in business, people do business with who they know. Many times their first choice of who to do business with is who they know. Many people, especially at the top, let me tell you, rich people especially, they do business with people in their circle. That's why a lot of people try to fight very hard to break into the circle of the rich. Of course, there are strategies you can deploy to do that. But I'm saying that another strategy, you can ask God to bring those people your way. And when they come your way, recognize them. Some of us have used some not very nice character to pursue some good relationships that God has brought your way. Okay, but you must find your tribe, belong to a tribe, find those people that you need to work on this journey with. And they have to be people that have the same value as you. Okay, you know where you're going, you know what your values are. Everybody is not going the same way. Your journey is different, your destination is probably different. But let me run, so I don't stress it. Then in finding your tribe, one of the people you'll find in your tribe is a mentor. God will lead you to a mentor. So you need to also get a mentor. When you stand on the shoulders of those that have gone ahead, you are able to make the journey quicker. Like I tell my people, those in my mentorship circle know, I myself am a product of mentorship. Anything I'm doing, including YSIPS, is what I learned from sitting under mentors. From sitting under, I don't even know, everything that's potential that God put in me, it was my mentors that brought them out. The ones that I sort of discovered on my own, the mentors I had gave me the platform. I once had a mentor, okay? I think I was probably 21 or 22. She's a public speaker, also a minister of the gospel, but she's a HR specialist, and she runs this HR training. And I was just happy serving her like with my whole heart. I loved her, respected her, honored her. I still do. And then one day we finished setting up our HR training for that period. And then she gets a call from Powers that Be and says, appear in Calabar, you need to speak at this XYZ event. Appear in which Calabar? Who will hold training that people are finished paying for? She just sent me a message, Ivory, you have the material, you've worked with me for a couple of months, you're going to do the first day training. I said, me, I think I was probably a youth corper then, and I'm supposed to train HR professionals. And it's not the first time she would do that to me. Okay. And she just said, okay, if you need anything, you don't need to call my phone, you will not access me. And she just threw me out there. Brothers, sisters, if there's any brother in the house, that is how I burnt midnight candle. Looking at that material, that my only responsibility with it was to go and print it and make sure that all the students had their material. And I read through whether they want, of course, thank God for the Holy Ghost, right? And guess what? The next day, all I needed to do was say a word of prayer, say, Lord, you know that because of who we represent and all that, if I make a mess of anything here, the shame will come to you. The shame will come to my madam. And I just put, of course, you cannot, but the thing is, I went there and guess what? I killed it with every sense of humility. I killed it with the help of the Holy Ghost. It can only be because I didn't know jack much about HR, okay? But that's the thing about mentorship. So having worked with her for years and sitting in those trainings, I didn't know how much I was learning, just being with her. And I didn't know how much of her that was rubbing off on me. Now, the second thing that happened, this one was now in a church setting. The same thing. My own is just to follow you and be carrying handbag, Abby. The same scenario, but this one was now that she had an engagement to go and preach at a church. Okay, and my only business was to carry handbag and follow. You know how PAs do now. But that day, she gets another call. You need to come to another place. I said, Ivory, and I didn't know why. And let me tell you the truth. In her mentorship group, I was the youngest. I'm probably the newest in that group at that time, but I don't even know what she saw in me. My sisters, you know, that one was in training. This one is now inside church, the house of, hey, what do I know? What was I going to say? Anyways, all I know is that my help comes from the Lord and the Holy Ghost. And guess what? I went there and I finished. Now, what happened was after I finished and I was about to go, she sent me the message that the pastor of that church sent to her. And what the message read was, we did not miss you one bit because you were here. This girl has soaked you. Wow. And for me, as humbling as it was, that's the power of mentorship. So get somebody that you can ride on their shoulder. They already know, they already made the mistakes that you would make. They already know it. All you need to do is just submit to them. Submit to superior authority. Honor them. Something, and I tell people in mentorship, some things are taught, some things are caught. There's some things that they won't teach you with math. You will learn it by observing what they do and how they do it. But it really starts with being willing to submit and learn from them. And then the last two things I would say is, when God has, of course, when you have applied all of this and you have become a king yourself, the next thing I'll say is begin to raise kings. Oh, that's one thing I love PFA for. What she's doing with Prudential Fashion Academy is something else. So when God has made you a king, become a king maker yourself. You know, that's like the highest level of success, when you're comfortable enough to begin to raise people. And you know, when you're the only person that knows it, you're limited, though. You're limited. But when you reproduce yourself in other people, do you think, you know, I hear a lot of people say, pastors are this, sorry, I'm a Christian. No offense to anybody, but I'm a woman of faith and I cannot help it when I'm talking. Okay, I hear a lot of people say that, you know, see, the real people that have made an impact, I know because I mentor people on my bed and I see how they honor me. We're not yet there. I say it I'm not yet there. My destiny helpers, I beg. I'm still a baby girl looking for help. But my point is the little impact you make in the lives of people come back to you. So when you have become a person, begin to raise other people. There is nothing in let me be the, you will grow old, you will die with that skill. You understand? When you're old and grown, you cannot be on that machine. I don't know what's the sewing machine, right? Or those. You will get old and gray. Do you think that you will still be them? It's the people you have trained. That's why PFA, I know that she will never be broke in this life. That's the truth. Because she has raised people and she continues to raise them. And you have to be whole. You have to be whole. You have to be confident in what you carry. You're the source and it can never grow. I see a lot of people hoarding knowledge. And just to end it, so have that consciousness, begin to train people, begin to reproduce. And you don't have to be a PFA yet. If there is one skill you know how to do, maybe bidding, you're a pro at bidding, start doing bidding courses. Start doing bidding courses. You can do online courses, you can do, you know, have small courses here and there, but start giving knowledge, start reproducing. And the last thing I will say is put God first. In fact, that's like the first and the last. For me, I would say we put God first. Then at the end, I'll say give God the glory, because when you put God first and he brings you to that pinnacle, that high level of success, that's where a lot of people now start saying self-made woman, self-made this. The God complex now begins. And that's where their downfall starts from. Always put God first in everything you do. Putting God first will help you also preserve the values that you have. Okay, so I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that success can be achieved. Success, good success, you know, the Bible says a good name is better than riches. As you're pursuing riches, please preserve your name, because posterity will reap from the good name that you leave this earth with. Okay, your children unborn will leave this earth, you know, they will reap from the goodness of your name. Your name will open doors for both you and the generations to come. So thank you again for joining this call. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope that you have a wonderful time. I hope that you have a wonderful time on this call. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was just amazing and insightful. Yes, I see the comments coming in. Thank you so much, Ma. This is profound. This was inspiring. Olajide Eniola says, wow, thanks so much for inspiring. It's always great learning from you. Tolulope Onalaja. Tife Design said, this is so mind-blowing. Keep your comments coming. Thank you so much. And we're so grateful that you found this insightful. Miss Ivory has always been about impacting the youth, impacting people, and that is really her passion. And I'm so thankful that you're able to enjoy and learn from her session. Thank you so much, Oluchi Elin. Please, Galaxy A40, kindly change your name. We need to meet you. Give us your full name, where you are joining us from. We'd like to meet you. So please change your name. We don't want to see phone names on the line. Thank you so much, Grace Shy. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Miss Ivory. As always, you always inspire us. We really appreciate you. Now it's time for us to roll out the red carpet for our next segment. I know we are excited. Yes, well articulated speech. I have learned more today. Thank you so much for your comments. Keep them rolling. We love to see what you think in the chat box. So we're moving on to the next session. And before I even go there, I actually want to reiterate some of the things that she said for those that joined at the tail end. She spoke on how to, how to lift yourself up as a business person. She mentioned that, that money is the reward for value giving. So you shouldn't necessarily just be going after the money. You should be thinking of how to give value. So if you're just joining in, I'm just giving pointers on what she said, a summary of what she said. Money is the reward for value giving, and that is so very important. She also said that you have to seek knowledge to give value. So you have to seek knowledge, even if you have to go out and pay for it. There's so many avenues to learn these days. Online, YouTube is basically a university. You can learn so much. At the same time, there are also people that you can learn from, and there are also courses you need to take to learn from. And when you do that, you've added more value to yourself, which obviously means that you're able to earn more, you're able to give more of yourself, and you're able to give more to the world. She also mentioned applying knowledge excellently and diligently. So it's not enough for you to just get knowledge. When you get knowledge, how do you apply it? So I'm saying all this for those that are just joining so you can take notes. And she also said you need to find yourself a tribe. You need to find yourself a tribe, a mentor, somebody you can look up to. You don't have to learn everything from scratch. There are people that have been there and done that. You do not have to start all over from the beginning again and then make the mistakes that they've already made. There's no point in you doing that. Find who sees greatness in you. It's very important. Someone who actually sees greatness in you is very important. And she also mentioned something very profound. She said, some things are taught and some things are caught. So you can learn some things from someone, but there's some things you would just get by grace, and just being around the person, you will catch it. So it's very important for you to have a mentor. So thank you very much, Miss Ivory, for your passion towards developing the youth and for everything that you do. Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for Miss Ivory in the chat box. Thank you so very much. Now, moving on to the next session, it's time to roll out the red carpet for our next segment. I'm so excited about it, where we'll have the privilege of introducing our esteemed guest speaker.
Prudent Gabriel is the creative director of the Prudential Atelier and the owner of the reputable fashion academy, Prudential Fashion Academy. She is a multi-talented fashion designer who has styled personalities from both locally and internationally, including the host of Nigerian celebrities. She has also bagged many awards for her positive contributions to the fashion industry over the years. Despite starting from humble beginnings, Prudence has taken the Lagos and indeed Nigerian fashion industry by storm. She is easily a reference for upcoming designers who are endeared to her as a result of her charisma, ability to pass on knowledge, and her impeccably creative and classic designs. Prudence draws her fashion inspiration from an array of local and international designers, but never refrains from imposing her style while at it. If you are thinking classic, impeccable costumes design for that special event, think Prudent Gabriel.
So if you love Miss Prudence, I want to see your emojis. I want to see what you have to say about Miss Prudence. I want to see them show your love in the comment section. She's going to be joining us soon. Let me see that. If I bring her in, I want to see what you have to say in the comment section. Let's see some excitement for her before I bring her in. I'm seeing all the love. I'm seeing all the love for Miss Prudence, and she's going to be joining us any minute from now. I just want to see what you have to say. Yes, yes, yes. I love all the emojis. Keep it coming. For those that are just joining us, we are on to the next session, the actual red carpet session for this event, and we're going to be speaking with, or we're going to be having Miss Prudence Gabriel give us a speech. So let me see what you have to say. I'm so excited. Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. I see so much love for Miss Prudence Gabriel in the chat box, and I will be introducing her and bringing her in soon.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Can I speak now? Good evening.
Okay, without much ado, we're going to move on. Yes, I can see all the love. I can see all the love. I can see all the love. Yes, thank you so much for joining. I can see all the love. Okay, so today we are honored to welcome a true trailblazer in the world of fashion. You already heard her profile. Amazing, amazing woman. She is innovative when it comes to her designs. She has earned her accolades and admiration from industry insiders and fashion enthusiasts alike. But beyond her remarkable talents, our guest speaker is also very passionate about positive change and using her platform to empower aspiring designers and fostering creativity to make a true inspiration to everyone. So please join me in welcoming the award-winning fashion designer, Miss Prudent Gabriel, to take us through her remarkable entrepreneurial journey. Welcome, Miss Prudent. Please, let's see the love. Give me the love. Give me the love for Miss Prudent in the chat section. I want her to see it. I want her to feel all warmed up with your love. Thank you so much. I want to see all the love for Miss Prudence while she is coming in. Let us know what you love about Miss Prudence in the chat box. She is seeing everything you're typing. I want her to see that this is her tribe. Her tribe is here. Miss Prudence, if you're here, you can turn on your camera.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Can we
I
hear
don't know if my
her? Miss
audio is
Prudence is
clear.
here live and direct. If you can hear her, please put it in the chat box so you can hear.
Okay. Once again, good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, I
To be
think we
sure
can
that
hear you.
I'm
I
doing
couldn't
well.
hear you for a minute, but now I'm able to hear you.
Okay, I muted. I wanted to do something, so I muted.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
fine. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening and welcome.
So, are you guys going to ask a question, or I should just start?
So we want to the first session with you. We just want to hear your journey as an entrepreneur. We want to know, the highs and the lows. Just give
Okay.
us the summary about everything, and afterwards we will now go into the actual fire chat session where you'll be joined with Mr. George of St. George Collections. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you for having me here. I just pray that this would bless every one of you joining, and maybe change your mind about how you think and the things that you hope for, and how your life can just transform from this meeting. So, okay, first of all, I'll start with introducing myself again. My name is Prudent Gabriel. I'm from Akwa Ibom, Abak local government. I was born and brought up in Lagos, and I visited my hometown for some years, a few years, like 5, and then I got back. So coming back to Lagos, it was kind of challenging because I couldn't finish up I couldn't afford JAM. I think I've never written JAM in my life. It makes me to say. So I've always believed in myself, and I've always known that I was going to be standing out in whatever I do. That is why everywhere I have been to, everybody must know me. So that is just how I have been from small. Primary school, standing out, secondary school, because I'm very determined. So coming back to Lagos was kind of challenging because the reason why I came back at that time was because someone wanted to take me to London to work as a nanny, maid, in London, but some things happened and I couldn't join them. But before that, I wasn't really moved by it. I wasn't thrilled by whatever the news or the information was, because it was supposed to be for my immediate elder sister, but she said I should go. Everyone said I should go because I'm very bright and I'm so outspoken. So getting back here, I told God one thing when I was leaving Assemblies of God. When everyone was so happy and they were praying for me, I wasn't moved like I said. So I said one thing. I said, God, if this is your will, let it happen. But if this is not yours, then let something happen that will stop me from going. That was my prayer. So in this, I learned that whatever you want to do, you have to always involve God in whatever you do. You have to always talk to God, ask God, let Him direct you. God, you might not hear the voice of God like verbal, the way we hear ourselves, but He will always speak to your mind. He will always speak to your mind, your thoughts. And His voice is very calm. It's not raising His voice at you. He'll give you time to calm down, then He'll respond to you. So by the time I got to Lagos, something happened and I couldn't travel again. And then I started squatting with my brother who was squatting with someone. And I got a job. My first job was at Mary Hotel in VGC. That was the first time I would really have a job aside from the things I do in the village, like farming and processing palm oil. I was very good at that. So I got the job and I was doing it well. Everyone loves me because, like I said, in everything that I want to do, I always do it well. So if you get 2 things from what I'm saying is ask God first, speak to God, because even the 3 million, 100,000, 1 million you're asking God for, the devil can also give it to you. But you have to have you need to have a spirit of discernment to be able to know if this is God's way for your life, if this is your route, if you're taking the right route for yourself. So I was enjoying the work and I think I got another thing to do. And the next thing I was tired. I just asked God one thing. I said, okay, you know what? Just tell me, what do you want me to do? It was a very vulnerable time for me. And I was just talking to God. I wasn't talking to God like it was God. I was talking to Him like He was a friend. Like, I've tried this, it's not working. I've tried this, it's not working. What exactly do you want me to do? And after all my talking, got upset. I just sat there for a while. I didn't get any answer, actually. I think I got an answer from someone that I was with. And he told me, he said, don't you think you should go learn fashion? So that means the third thing you should pick from here is that when God wants to speak to you sometimes, He uses man. And when he said that, I remember that my love for adjusting Africa. When I buy outfits, I always want to adjust it. So look at how you always want to change something when you buy a dress. And then a particular tailor embarrassed me because she made a dress for me, and I told her I didn't like it. She needs to change it. So she was tired. And she was like, okay, you have to pay me. And I told myself, I said, you know what? I was going to learn this tailoring. And at first, I didn't learn this tailoring for me to be making money from it. At first, I learned so that I can be making dresses for myself, because I've always loved to design dresses. And then the first money I made from it was 1,000 naira from a lady who came to my shop, a tailoring shop, this roadside tailoring shop, to adjust her dress. And I was like, oh, we cannot do it. And she said, okay, can I do it? And I said, okay, ask my boss. If my boss said I should do it, then I'll do it, because I don't always want to pass my boundary. So, and then I adjusted it. She gave me 1,000. I was so fulfilled and I was so happy, like, wow, so I can actually make money from what I could do with my hands. I was super excited. And then after that, I started making dresses for my friends. I wasn't good, because the first person I learned from did not teach me anything, but I wasn't upset with her. So another thing you should pick from here is, no matter how you feel, do not hold anybody responsible for your failure. Hold yourself responsible. Don't put it on anybody's whatever, like, oh, this because of this person, that's why I didn't make it. The only reason why you cannot make it is you. If you really want to make it, you get up, dust your shoes, and pick up your stuff, move on. Because if you always wait for people to help you, then you're not ready to grow. So then I think I left the shop. That was in 2017. And at this time, I was still working at Get Arena. Get Arena is in BI, close to Sandfield, but it closed down. I think it was where the last people there. So Get Arena, my salary was about 15,000, and there is no off day. So I get to work every day. Jennifer, please, can I have water? So I get to work every day, and I enjoyed every place I worked. I never felt bad about whatever situation or level or anywhere I find myself. I just always know that things are going to be better. Even though sometimes it never makes me feel like it might not work. But the Holy Spirit will always remind me of how awesome I am. And it doesn't matter the position that I am in my family, He knows that I'm going to be the head. So I left the shop, and I spoke to her conscience. She called me and she was like, oh, she's so sorry. I didn't have to leave, that she's going to teach me, that the way they teach, they always want you to learn these things, because it was supposed to be like a 4 years course. And I felt like 4 years is a lot of, I know I'm a fast learner. So why would I want to spend 4 years and just learning how to make dresses? Excuse me. Like, why would I want to spend 4 years just to learn how to sew when I know that I'm very smart? Like, if I spend time in YouTube, I know I would learn. But one thing is, I have never, since I started this job, I have never learned anything from YouTube. I have never sit down and watch YouTube video and learn anything from it. Yeah, it sounds strange, because I think everybody at a point in their life must have gone on YouTube and learned something. I love failure. So I would always want to try it, make the mistake, and keep trying it, because through the mistake, I learn new things from my mistake. Sometimes if you do not take another route to, maybe you're going to the airport from here, and someone is telling you can only take 3rd Mainland Bridge. Everybody is focusing on 3rd Mainland Bridge. 3rd Mainland Bridge is like YouTube. And I said, okay, you know what? Let me just try and be asking people on my route, please, where can I take to 3rd Mainland to the airport, Ikeja? I keep asking. From this point where I'm asking people, I'm actually learning new routes. So sometimes you need to allow yourself fail. I think I've made like 7 points. You need to fail for you to succeed, because it is only when you fail that gives an attempt to succeed, to success. Because if you do not fail, you will not know that you can actually try it. So sometimes you don't have to beat yourself down because you failed. Oh, because I didn't get this thing, then no, that's a step. Failure is a step to success. So please learn from your failures and do not take it for granted. Failure is beautiful. I would always tell people that the things that I learned from failure I did not learn it from any fashion school. I didn't learn it from anybody. Failure taught me. You know, when people say that experience is the best teacher, yeah, we're talking about failure. Because when someone tells you that experience is the best teacher, it means that something bad is going to happen. You might not get what you want. So that's why they use that phrase, experience is the best teacher. So because of how I tried, I never learned how to take measurements. She never taught me how to take measurements. I don't know what sleeve looks like. I don't know what all those things look like because I don't, when you don't know anything about fashion, you only know that you wear dresses and there are sleeves, but you don't know what it looks like without it finished. So I think I mistakenly cut. She was looking for something. I wanted to cut spacing and then I cut the sleeve and everybody was looking for the sleeve. I couldn't look for the sleeve because I don't even know what it looks like. So when I tell them, okay, can you guys show me what a sleeve looks like? When they showed me, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I already used it for facing. So she was pissed, but I had to apologize. I didn't feel bad. And if I could remember, everybody in that shop, they were all kids. I think I would, at that time, senior them like 10 years, 15 years, because they were all small. But you know what? I was just referring them as auntie, Tayo, auntie Tolu. They were kids. I mean, primary school children. But sometimes when I go to this shop, they'll be like, let us send that message. You go and she speaks too much. Every time she's speaking English. Let us tell her to sweep or go do this or go do that. And whatever they send me, I always do it. I was actually having fun, but to them they were punishing me. So what I want you to learn from this is no matter where you find yourself, have fun. You're not going to stay there for long. You're not going to stay there forever. Just have fun. Because to them, they felt like they were punishing me. They were just, oh, let us punish her. You should sweep. When I reach there, I'll tell them and see me a car. I'll give all of them. They were doing big girls for me. But I left there and a lot of things happened in my choir where everybody stopped suing me because I was spoiling their dress. Yes, I kept on destroying people's clothes. When I would tell them, don't give me, they would still give me. I was so sorry like that. But I had like 4 to 5 people who believed in me. And when they said we had new people in the choir and we have someone that can sue. So when we wanted to share our choir uniform, everybody started picking. They said, pick your tailors. Everybody picked the other person. They picked her and nobody picked me. Then few of my people who have spoiled their dress stood up and said, Prudent, if you like, you spoil my dress, take, you are going to make mine. So I think I got like 5 people. If you can remember one orange and black dress that had like clowns at the tip, asymmetric neckline, that was a story I would never forget. So after when everybody picked me and I was kind of emotional and I felt like, okay, I think I can do better because if these people are choosing someone else, that means there's something about that person that they like. So I made the dress and the person sent me a sample of her own. I asked her to send it to me so I can know what I'm using to make other people. So it will be divided. Like everybody will not be looking like, oh, this person made it. So it will be the same style. So when she sent it to me, I said, okay. When I was ready to cut, I went to my WhatsApp to check. I found that she has deleted it. Like I couldn't find anything to use. So I had to use the illustration that was given to us to make the dress. And behold, when I made their dresses for what their dress, they cried. I was also so emotional. Ben in the choir cried because he did the illustration. Like, Prudent, this is nice. Prudent, this is beautiful. And to be honest, I wasn't making money from it. I was only having fun because I now realized that I love to create. At that time, I started discovering who I was. Like, I wanted to be a surgeon. I wanted to be a medical doctor. I wasn't joking with my education, but I won't say that wasn't God's plan for me. I want to believe that God has a lot of plan. If this doesn't work, the other one will work. So if I would say that's not God's plan, if I did that, I would have still done better. Maybe I wouldn't have been able to impact life today if that is it. So I think God has a lot of things that He does for us that even if this is not working, the other one will work. So I would say both is God's plan because even when I was doing it in school, I was representing my school and we were winning in every competition. So after I was done making the choir dresses and everybody loved it, everybody came back to me. So I walked up to the lady and I asked her, okay, who did you learn from? Who did you learn the pattern drafting from? And then she mentioned, I walked to the lady and I asked her, how much are you going to charge? And she said 150. my salary was 15,000. And from that 15,000, I don't even save anything because when I take transport to work every day, feeding, that is all. It's not even remaining. But I love my job. And I love all the parts when customers will come and they'll be talking to me anyhow, and I'll be like, if I remove my uniform, you'll not talk to me like this again. So I was enjoying my job, and it was really difficult for me because she doesn't give me assignment. This is one part I usually tell my student, that the person I learned from she never gave me assignment. She just tell you, draft like this, and then if you like, you do assignment. If you don't like, you leave it. I started doing this assignment and projects. I would say that my academy actually started the project stuff that every other fashion school are doing today. So I started with that. Okay, so I learned from her, and then I think in 2 months, the class was supposed to be 3 months, but in 2 months, my exam started in now National Open University, and it wasn't easy for me to do work, to train, and then work, training, and then studying. So National Open University, it wasn't easy for me. So I was doing everything at the same time. And then I was also making dresses for people. I was also practicing. So I think my stress did not start today. It started since when I was in secondary school. So I won't say I got used to stress. I think I'm able to blend, and sometimes I will scream because I won't tell you that I'm perfect. Sometimes I'll just like go in and then just let it out. Sometimes just cry, because when you keep that tears in your eyes, it will pain your heart. So just cry and let it out. Once you cry out, you feel better. So what I just do sometimes when I feel so much pain in my heart, I just want to cry. When I cry out, I'll smile, start playing gospel songs and be dancing. So I learned in 2 months, and she said, if I'm doing my exams and I come back, that I could not continue. So I had to choose between the education and the training. So I had to choose the education because I needed that. I needed the BSc. So I stopped, and then I came back. I begged her. She said no, that you cannot continue. I didn't even tell you how I paid my fees. There were so many times that I had to trek from Morocco to Ilaje. Ilaje is from Under Bridge between Aja to BGC. That center point is Ilaje. So I do trek from Morocco. Morocco is Mobile Road. I will walk from there because I needed to save it. Because I just know that nothing can stop me. When I say I want to do something, I do it. When you guys are saying, oh, I don't have money, I want to do this, throughout the time that I was doing this job, I have never sent anybody a DM and tell them the story of my life and tell them to give me money. Never. Never. Nobody can come out today and say, oh, Prudent, I remember the times that you come to my DM and you told me you have not eaten. If there's no food, I'll be there. I'll be there. I won't feel that way like, oh, let me put it. I don't put it on people. I do not put my burden on people. I don't even know how to do it. Like, I feel, how do I tell people that I've not eaten? So I've always been independent. So when I did the training and I stopped, she couldn't take me back. I still did not feel bad about it. I never felt bad about it. But when I say from 100%, I learned like 60%. I don't think it's up to 60 because I never learned how to sew. I only learned the pattern drafting. So I would just say 20%. I learned 20% from Bome. But so when she said, Student, I'm sorry, I can't take you back, I just have to continue with my pattern. I went back and I was still drafting my pattern, kept on drafting my pattern till I was able to discover some interesting part of my pattern. So for everything that I did, if you notice, I never stopped. I just kept on pushing. I kept on pushing, and I was still doing it. Then people started believing in me. People mocked where I was staying. Clients complained, oh, why would this your place? You're charging, and then your place is not worth it. Your house is flooded. You're this, da, da, da. When you say it, I'll return your money. If you insult me, I'll continue doing what I want to do for other people. So one of the things that I discovered is that most people who can afford you or people who have money, they don't make noise. Like when they want to pay you, they'll pay you what you're asking for or what your value is. But people always judge you are those that will tell you, oh my God, it's too expensive. You have to bring down your price. You have to bring down your price. So from this story I have shared, I just want you to know that anything can change for anybody. It is very possible that things will change for you if you want it to change. So that means it is in your hands for things to change, not in your mother's hands, not in anybody's hands. Yes, you will say that God will help, but trust me, God will never come from heaven to come and help you. He uses man to bless man. That was why when I was talking about the tagging and everything, and I could hear people give their opinions. To be very honest, if you want to grow, you need people to grow. God will use a man to bless you. So first you need to be calm. Do not let money change you. Everybody I've known from when I never had anything, they are still the people I know to today. I still talk to them. I never change. Money can never change me. If not, I will be the one to change money. Money cannot change who I am. Sometimes if you come to my factory, you'll be looking for me because you won't even recognize me. Because when I'm very, very, I'm so real. I don't feel like, oh, because I'm in this level, then I have to do this. The only thing I know that, okay, a lot of things didn't change because right from time I've always loved to eat good food, even when I didn't have, I would say, good food. So by the time I started my pattern drafting and I was trying to teach people to know what I know, I was so happy. I was lucky to hear that NNPC was sponsoring some fashion designers in Japan. I think it should be in Japan. And I had to apply for it. So I was so happy that I was going to join a particular fashion school. And when I got there, they interviewed us, they asked for Instagram handle. And because they saw my Instagram page and all those outfits I post, they'd be like, oh, sorry, we can't take you, you're already doing better. I could not explain to them because I knew I was so rubbish. They should come and see inside that clothes. It's not worth it. So I felt really bad. And I told them in the group, before that time, I told people that, okay, can we open a WhatsApp group? And if they pick me, I'm going to teach every one of you for free. If they teach you, come and teach us. So instead of us to just leave it that way. So I think we're over 1,000 people when they were interviewing us one after the other. And they didn't pick me, they didn't pick some people. I think they picked some people in that group, but they didn't teach us. Then I continued. So if you check every step, you will realize that I've actually gone through the things, processes that would have changed my life. All the things I have tried did not work for me. The people I learned from didn't work for me. Maybe because God didn't want anybody else to take the glory, or maybe because He had so much things He wanted me to learn so that I'll be able to understand growth. I'll be able to understand the level that He's taking me to. So everything failed, but I didn't fail. Everything around me failed, but I didn't fail. So I continued sewing and I started being ready to wear. I started posting ready to wear. Then I could not even make lace. Like if you bring lace to me and tell me to make a shabby for you, I'll tell you I'm traveling, I'm not around. Because I know that I'll not be able to do it. So I don't take things I cannot do except they are my friends. Like when I started, I usually collect from my friends and I try to make it for them because they are my friends. So they will understand if I destroy their dresses. So I continued like that. And before you know it, God started announcing me. And to be very honest, most people that you see today, you see them because someone showcased them. There are so many designers you see today. It's because Bella Nigeria posted them, Ashebi Styles posted them, or top influencers posted them. So you can never announce yourself like yourself. No. God has to use people to announce you. That was when I was talking about the tagging and no tagging. To be very honest, people will give you their opinion, but I will still tell you from my life experience that tagging is very important. It's something that you should beg for it. Don't tell people, oh, you don't have to beg for tagging. If somebody that makes a veil, not a veil, a mask for Beyonce would be able to ask Nana, please, can you kindly tag us? We'll appreciate it. It doesn't mean that, oh, you don't know your value. No. It doesn't mean you don't know your value. You need people to announce you. All the big designers you see today, you saw something. somebody maybe mentioned them on their stories or on their WhatsApp status, and you were able to see them. So that means you need a man to advertise you for people to see you. And everybody you see today, God has brought them through someone. Okay, now if you say you don't want anybody to post you, anyone to tag you, you add value to whatever you're doing and you're going to grow. If you don't have people viewing your story every day, nobody will know about you. No one will know about you. It is only when people repost your work. Let me tell you, even top designers and top musicians still go to people and say, please, can you use my song for a video? Can you use my song for your content? Oh, please, Tunde Ednut. People, your favorites still pay Tunde Ednut money to tag or to post their work. Yes. A lot of big top people, they still pay Tunde Ednut, Bella Ninja, all these people. Bella Ninja doesn't charge for post, actually. They only charge when you're coming there. But a lot of people you're looking up to, they indirectly go to all these people to post them. Because Tunde Ednut will never post you for free. Yes, I paid Tunde Ednut to post my Adaeze collection. It wasn't free. Maybe if it was free, I would have gone to say, oh, thank you, Tunde. Oh, I would have been wild about it. But of course, I paid because I needed it to go far. Why did I pay him? Because I needed more people to see what I was doing. Tunde had over, I think, 3-point-something million followers. How many followers do I have? I need more people. Am I muted? Can you guys hear me? Someone said unmute myself. Are you talking to me?
Please, if you
What's
can
the
hear,
yes?
if you can hear, say you can hear Miss Prudence, please, because I can hear you. Okay, I think everyone can hear you. Maybe someone is having an issue. Please go ahead.
Okay. If you cannot hear me, can you say I can't? Can you type I can't? Maybe you can just type I can't.
Okay, I
Okay,
think the
okay,
person said
all
not
right.
you, man. Okay.
Okay, all right. So most people you see today, they were advertised by someone. And this is the example I'm giving to you. You're starting a business, nobody knows you. You have money in your account, and you want people to hear about your business. What do? You collaborate. Collaboration is important as an upcoming designer or a business owner. Collaboration will help your business grow. You have to sacrifice from the beginning. You have to sacrifice. When I talk about sacrificing, you have to sacrifice. These people you are seeing, they are sacrificing, they are still doing a whole lot, but they will not tell you. You know, sometimes when you get to a point in your life, you will not want people to see that, oh, this is how it is. To be very honest, so many people don't want you to be in their level. Yes, I would always tell you the truth. If you want to grow, you need networking. You need to meet people. You need to collaborate. I went for a particular wedding of a celebrity, and the only thing that was keeping everything I had to say, every time I wanted to really talk, and I was so upset because when we got there, things changed. The person was acting like they don't even know me. The hotel they booked for me was bad, and I know I could afford a better hotel, so I had to go and book my hotel. I'm not going to mention names. And all these things happen. And when I remember that tagging is important, I humbled myself. I allowed the person to do whatever they want to do. She even talked to me and I cried. I went to the restroom, I cried, I went back. After everything, that tagging gave me extra 25,000 followers. Yes, extra 25,000 followers. Like after that tag, I had a whole lot of followers. So at that time, if you do not have patience, you are going to talk and argue with this person. And once something, if anybody has, maybe they go for an event and they tag every vendor, they didn't tag you, something has happened. Something has happened. You were all paid. They tagged everyone, they didn't tag you. The first thing I will ask is, what did you do that they didn't tag you? Now listen, If you see people who do like an occasion and they tag, maybe they make a dress, they tag everyone, they didn't tag the designer. Just know that the designer, something that must have happened. They must have argued. There must have been like a fight, or maybe like a misunderstanding. Before human beings are not wicked generally. It is situation that makes people change. So collaboration is very important. I will keep telling you the truth, but it's fine if you would take what other people are saying. The first thing I said is speak to God and let God direct you. Let him tell you if this is right for you or this is wrong for you. Number one, let your mind, let God, let the Holy Spirit speak to you about something you want to do. Then go ahead with it. If anything happens at that time, don't fight. Do not fight. Don't fight with anybody. Just be quiet. Allow it to work. Keep going. If at the end of the day, after everything, they don't tag you, leave it for God. See, you are not losing anything if you really understand. Now, let me go back to you have 100 million in your account and you're just starting fashion designing. What will you do to bring out your brand? No matter how that dress is beautiful, if people don't know you, they don't know you. If people have never heard about you, they've never heard about you. But if you take like 400,000 from this and you give it to Tunde Ednut, and Tunde Ednut post your dress and say, wow, this designer is amazing, and it tagged you. If everybody from Tunde Ednut sees your dress, one thing that will make people follow you is how extra you are. So that means you need to be creative if you want to grow. Don't do what everyone is doing. When I talk about being creative is a gift. I would say it's a gift. My birthday dress for last 2 years was inspired by broom. I'm talking about broom. You know, when you turn broom upside down, the way it goes like this. My birthday dress, the black birthday dress, was inspired by broom. And when you're getting an inspiration, you're not just getting inspiration from other design. Sometimes it's very stressful when you get inspiration from other designers, because you start thinking of how to change it, how to tweak that design, how to remove something and then add it. But if your inspiration comes naturally, you have a clear vision. So this dress was inspired by broom because every object around me gives me inspiration. I've even gotten an inspiration from a mad person before in Aja. If you remember the shredded skirt I made in 2018. Yes, 2018. So this mad woman was wearing a whole lot of clothes, like everything was torn and I could see the pieces, and it inspired me to make like a rug, a hairy kind of dress. But because I was only working with Ankara then I used Ankara to achieve it, and it was very beautiful. I sold that skirt for 5,000 and I sold more than 200 pieces at 5,000. Where did I get the inspiration from? A mad person that I saw on the road. I don't go close to mad people. But when I saw that, I said, let me ignore this mad person's face. And I was able, Jennifer, please let me bring that award. That's props, that interior stuff there. And people ordered for this shredded skirt. If you remember shredded skirt years ago, I was not inspired by anybody. In fact, to be very honest, I didn't even know any designer when I was making dresses. I didn't know any designer. The first set of designer that I got to know was Cathy Anthony because of our fashion school. I knew Cathy Anthony. I knew Elumelu Official because of our extra design. Yes, this one. So now for example, this is like a deco. So what inspired that dress was broom. I turned the broom upside down and can't I do something that will come out this way? But you know that when people see design, if you have a picture of anything and then you take it to Pinterest and you upload it, it will bring out things that look like that. I don't know if you've done that before. You can upload anything on Pinterest and it will bring out things that look like that. Now, this is the dress I'm talking about. This is the dress I'm talking about. Then after I did post this dress, some of your favorites or one person uploaded a picture and was saying some stuff like, oh, I know them. Pinterest is when you are actually talking to someone but you don't want people to feel you're talking to someone. You're using someone to to type a lot of caption. So when I saw it, and I'm like, whoa, this also looks like mine. That's one. I was creative, but what inspired me might not be what is giving you the inspiration. So sometimes just let people say and let people do what they want to do. Another inspiration that I had was a star inspiration. I had this inspiration when I was creating some design. It's like a star design. This design here was an inspiration to me, and I wrote it down in my book. It's just sad that this is the booklet I'm using to hold my phone up. So when Vicky James posted a wedding dress worn by Laura is a model. She posted this wedding dress. Let me see if I can find it. I'm teaching you about being creative. I don't know how long I have for this meeting, but I just want to ensure that you guys are also doing the right thing so that when people come online and tell you something, you will know the truth for yourself. You will know that, okay, this thing this person is saying, I can follow it, because people will always tell you, oh, this is what you are supposed to be doing. Don't do like that. Don't, if somebody is telling you, tag me, or that's a bad opinion, but I'm telling you that don't run, my dear. Hope you know that you can only run when you have made it in my life. Tag me, and also please give me something, give me transport, and be nice. Be very, very nice when you're saying it. Like, be nice. If you're nice to your client, you see that those people you feel like they are difficult are not actually difficult. Then if I'm looking for that wedding dress that Vicky made for Laura, so I can show them. So I made this star illustration. I sketched it, and then the next thing, yeah, I've seen it. This is it. Yeah, this is it. The next thing, Vicky posted this dress. I screamed. I'm like, this is exactly the inspiration that I had. I took a picture of it and I sent it to her, and she was like, oh, wow. And I was so happy. I'm like, okay, so if I can now have the same inspiration like Vicky, that means I've blown. I was just joking and she was laughing. So this means that when an idea drops in your head, that idea is not just coming to you. When God drops an idea, it's not just coming to you, it's coming to thousands of people. But the first person to drop that idea is the owner of it. Because the first person to bring it to life, they're giving it as the owner of that design. So there are some design that has come to your head, and then you see people post that design. Do not get upset. Instead, beat yourself and tell yourself that I would have dropped this design. So the more delay is dangerous. When you have an idea, do it immediately. I have not really seen people do traditional collection. That was why I came up with the Adaise collection. It was kind of confusing and complicated for me because I wanted to do every tribe in Nigeria. But I'm like, okay, let me just settle for one. Let me just pick one and just do it. And I was inspired by this Igbo rapper. I said, okay, let me do it. Now, I'm creating a collection. I do not have customers. What do? I need to ensure that whatever I'm putting up there, quality. If you want to do something, you do it well. The videographer charged me like 2 million naira for that amount of people. It was supposed to be 8, but we had to do 7. Now, this 2 million naira, not that I had it plenty, but because I wanted quality. Now, if you do not do something that has very nice background and beautiful quality and lovely models, like professional models, a lot of bloggers won't carry it. Bella Nigeria doesn't charge to post. They only post something that has quality. I did my first wedding dress collection last year or last 2 years, and they didn't post one of it. Then I asked myself, why didn't this Bella Nigeria post it? And I look at the other ones that Bella Nigeria was posting. And I told myself, I said, okay, you know what? You need to do it well. I wasn't feeling bad. Of course, I'll question myself. I wasn't feeling bad about it, but I just said, okay, you know what? I need to put a lot of effort and do this work well. So that means if I want to do something, I have to do it right and I have to make it very nice. And that was when I started reaching out to people, to models. They were charging me. I said, okay, you know what? They said, man, die once. I said, this one, I'm going to do it. And I don't want to tell you how much I spent for the Adaise collection because I'm not even feeling it. Now, after spending that money for Adaise collection, this is the same money I would have given to a lot of people and say, okay, you know what, help me post, help me post, help me post. But because it was quality enough, everybody was posting. A lot of people were talking about the design. So many people were calling me and like, oh my God, I love, a lot of designers were like, Prudent, this is amazing. I love what you are creating. I love this masterpiece. Every design is a hit. Now, I did my work. I made sacrifices. And now everybody loves the dress. And Bella Niger did what? Sent me a DM. Can I have a picture? Can I have a link to all the videos and pictures? So once you know what you're doing, when people see what you're doing, they will come to you. But what you have to do first, put it up. So when I posted Adaise collection, I sent a DM to people. Please help me post it on your story. Please help me post it on your story. Please help me post it on your story. That is like you're asking people to tag you. Yes. I only paid 20 not to post that Adaise collection for me. I did not pay any other person. But at least I did. So you have to make sacrifices for things to work out for you. When I never had this much money that I have today, I always wish I had it because I had so much idea. So now at this time, you have so much idea, but you don't have money to fund it. Please write out all of your ideas. Write out every of your ideas. Because when you start making that money and you get busy, ideas will run away. And that's the reason why people employ like fashion illustrators, they employ like quality control. Like you have to start employing people to help you because at this time, you can't even think. You make a dress and you start thinking, what am I adding? What am I removing? So now that you don't have money yet, because all of you are feeling like you are broke, you're not broke. You're just broke, like cash broke. Your ideas, you have a lot of ideas. So this is the time you should get a jotter and write the things that you do because when that money starts coming, you will not be able to think of what to do. You will not be able to know what you use the money for. So I'm talking about being creative. Everything should inspire you. Everything should inspire you. The Adaise collection was inspired from a lot of things. Number one, color. I needed to combine colors that people will look at and be like, I never thought these two colors can come together. That was my first inspiration. It was color. I went online, I checked other people, I couldn't find what I wanted. I kept on checking, I couldn't find what I wanted. Do you know what inspired the Laura's dress, the red Adaise dress? The red dress, that Adaise, the red one that everybody loves. It was just earring. I was looking at that earring in my room and I'd be like, diamond shape. Okay, what if I put this shape on the sleeve and just add it here? And then we cut. And it was looking so nice. Everything around you is an inspiration. Even in the dark, I get inspiration. When light flashes, the kind of shape that comes out maybe on the wall can give me inspiration. So people always think that if you do not go on Pinterest, you cannot get inspiration. No, because you're myopic. When I get my inspiration and you take my inspiration and you upload it on Pinterest, you definitely see people who have done something like that. It doesn't mean that my inspiration came from there. It doesn't mean that my inspiration came from there. Now, this waistcoat, I wanted to do like an English traditional thing. This design here was inspired by a waistcoat. This design was inspired by a waistcoat. I hope you guys are learning. It was inspired by a waistcoat. This one will shock you. This design was inspired by Indomie and Snake. This design was inspired by noodles. Just noodles. So are you not getting that inspiration is not the Pinterest that every one of you think that everybody has to go on Pinterest? Now, if you go on Pinterest and then you upload this design right here, you would see designers that has done something close to this. So the food you eat, the mad person on the road that you're running away from can inspire you. Your fan can inspire you. Everything around you can inspire you. If broom can inspire me, my earrings can inspire me, the food I'm eating can inspire me, anything can inspire you. Everything should not only come from designers. No, it shouldn't come from design. It can come from an object. It can come from a dress, someone wearing a dress, and then there is a shape about the person's face or something on that dress, or there's a design on that dress. Art, it should inspire you. So please be very creative. And once you are creative, meet people to help you. Don't put pride. When sometimes I see some posts and I see some opinion, and I feel like this is pride. You don't need to have that pride when you're growing up. You don't need it. All you just need is for people to help you. Don't say, oh, when I add value to no matter what, I would always prefer money to tag. But you're still spending the same money. You're still doing ads on Instagram. How much do you spend for ads? Ads these days will even make Instagram bring down your account, disable your account when you're overdoing it. You spend money for ads, don't you? It's the same thing like you're begging for tags. Collaboration, they'll tell you, oh, I don't do collaboration, but they will send me DM and tell me, oh, Prudent, please, can we do like a collaboration? I want to work with Dr. Makewa. I want to work with Bobrisky. Can we do like a collaboration? A lot of people are hustling. But you know what? People will only tell you what they want you to hear. People only post what they want you to say. When you visit some people's store, you visit their production office and their factory, you'll be shocked. The people that make dresses for Ebuka that goes for Big Brother, do you know how many designers are begging Ebuka to wear their dress, their outfits, suit to what is it called? Big Brother. When somebody come out from Big Brother and land, do you know that big designers are sending them proposals, DMs with mood boards, telling them that please, when you come out, can we have a shoot? Big designers, I'm telling you, yes. We do it. I sent a DM to, what's her name? What's that last one that came out? Jennifer. The one that won Big Brother. Ilebaye. I sent a DM to Ilebaye. I said, Ilebaye, I would like to style you. Okay, when Ilebaye replies, I will now tell her that the dress is 2.5 million. No, because Ilebaye has a new, fresh, organic fans and followers. If Ilebaye wears my dress and post, people will come to my page. So everything is sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. I will tell you the truth. I will tell you what I do. I'll tell you the truth. The same people you're seeing today talking about, oh, Adana and Nana is supposed to do this, Nana is supposed to do that. There was a time in their life where they call all these small designers, upcoming designers to make dresses for them so that people will not ask them, who make the dress for you? Because even if you come on social media and you cry, nobody will believe that, oh, you were the one that made the dress. They would have gone to top designer, but because some people don't want you to see how their dresses were made. One of the things that I learned from Nana was that she wanted a signature outfit to be secret. She doesn't want to let it out. She doesn't want people to see how she does all these things. And to be very honest, she tried to create a piece. She tried as much as possible to think about what is she going to do. That means she's thinking. You see, I won't be surprised if Nana is wearing something like this next year. Because in every of her piece, you always think, how did they achieve it? But because of what has happened now, we've now realized that, oh, all these things are ordered from above, ordered from afar, from China, from Italy. Everybody wants to be special. Everybody wants to be the first person to do it. Everyone wants to be associated with top people, with big people. So create your own niche. Find it and be the best version of yourself. And when you get to that point where you are looking for 100,000, my dear, when you get 200,000, you'll be looking for 1 million. I'm sure you'll be telling yourself, you can have 1 million in my life like this. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. When that 1 million comes, you'll be looking for 5 million. When the 5 million comes, you'll be looking for 10. That means nobody's satisfied. If Dangote is still getting loans from every bank and is still doing a whole lot of things, building refineries and everything, going into real estate and everything, that means nobody's satisfied. Then why are you staying in one place? When I didn't get to this point in my life, if I'm sitting and I'm lamenting about, oh my God, everybody's doing so well, what am I going to do in my life? I can't even pay design. And the next thing I will see one designer post something. I think it was Vicky. Every Sunday, Vicky will post, then I'll just get up and say, Prudent, go and walk. The next thing, I'm picking up pieces from my production room and I'm trying to create a masterpiece. So that means somebody will inspire you. Somebody will inspire you. Someone has to inspire you. So please do not put pride when you've not even had anything. Me, I can tell you that, oh my God, if you do this, if you ask me tag or money, I'm not going to work with you. I'll work with you. Me, I'll work with you. If I know that you have engagement on your post, I will work with you. I will work with you. I will work with you. Sabinus and that boy, what's his name? When he drops new songs, he makes sure that every other content creators and comedians are using his songs to create content. Why didn't he just post the song and sit and say, okay, I've added value to my brand. I've worked so hard. Let me sit. No. No one does that. No one. You have to sacrifice. I will tell you, God and sacrifice. God and sacrifice. Man would have been lazy if God does not give them time to work hard. Everybody would have been lazy, but God had to make you work to get it. So I think with this explanation that you guys have been able to learn, you have to be consistent. Don't be tired. If you are tired, you can rest, because I will not promise you that you will not cry or you will not give up. When you give up, please give down. If that's a word, go back to what you were doing. If you are tired, rest and continue. Don't give up. Because if you give up, if I catch you, I will strangle you. You have to keep pushing. And it is not everybody that has to be an entrepreneur. It's not all of us that have to be selling market online. Some people are doing bets as they are working and collecting salary. Some people have learned fashion designing and they cannot continue because can you stand the customer insulting you? No. You that your math is not even good before. Yes. Can you stand somebody talking to you anyhow? No. So before you can start a business, you should be ready for the market, because the market is not soft. You have to be strong. You have to be strong. Customers will complain about your clothes. Even as big designers that are charging 3.5 million, they are still having issues with their customers. Because you've learned corset, you can do corset. There's a day you just make corset and it's not coming at all. Or maybe you were not in your office and your staff are doing something else. It is not easy. So if you think that life is difficult for you, when you become an entrepreneur, it's going to be worse, because you just have to be strong. You just have to be strong. There are sometimes that customer will come and they will talk, and the next thing they're telling you, I'm going to drag you on social media. You be the one to say, please don't drag me. How much is the money? I'll give it back to you. And everything you're doing, make sure you have a receipt. You're talking to your customer, make sure you have a receipt. So I think there's time for you guys to ask questions. I'm done.
Okay.
And I hope you guys have learned so
God,
much.
this is just been so insightful. I'm sure you need to look at the comment section to understand the love that people have for you and how much they have learned from everything you have said just now. It is really amazing. You're so inspiring. And to think that you've gone through all of this, your story from the get-go and what you have become right now, it's amazing. I met Prudence in 2019, when she started. I don't know if that's when she started, but the growth I have seen from her, that's just to tell you that you have to invest in yourself, and you can see that she has invested so much in herself, and that's why she's standing as a beacon of light and an inspiration for a lot of people. So I'm so grateful to have you in here, and I can see that a lot of people have learned from you. The
Thank you.
comment section is showing so much love, and there's some people that come on a program and they speak a lot of grammar, but you bring it down to the nitty-gritty and say it as it is. Yes, it's very important because people like to
No, I
hear.
don't speak too much grammar.
Yeah, people like to hear what is personal. People like to hear stories that are relatable. Your story is relatable, and the way that you have explained it, people can draw inspiration. I'm like, oh, if this can happen, then it can happen for me. Some people come and tell you, oh, all is dandy and all diamonds and glitz, but it really doesn't work like that for entrepreneurs. Sometimes you really have to start from the ground up, and your story is one of of inspiration. Kudos to you, and we're really blessed to have you here. So we're going to move on now to the fireside session, where we would just have a brief section where the questions too will come in, so it's a little bit more organized. You will have a chat with yes, we'll have a chat with it's going to be guided really by a designer like you. He is into he's an award-winning designer. He's also known for his innovative creations and industry expertise. He will be leading us through an engaging session, and so we're going straight into the fireside chat. Everyone, just if you're excited, the fireside chat is where we will get to ask Miss Prudent questions and get some answers. So we're going to get personal. I know she has really gone personal. She has really done, amazing work in terms of explaining a lot of things and giving a lot of, I've written down a lot, and I will be sharing it as we go, on our pages, just so that in case you missed anything, you can get it. So I'm going to go on to introduce him now.
George Ekuribe is an award-winning fashion designer and the creative director of St. George Collections, a menswear fashion label based in Lagos, Nigeria. St. George, as he is fondly called, is not just a fashion designer, but also an image and wardrobe consultant who has worked with several prominent individuals locally and internationally. With a degree in mass communication from the prestigious Lagos State University, St. George has garnered experience in several sectors before focusing on growing his fashion brand. His wealth of experience spans across radio and television hosting, advertising, sales and marketing communications, corporate communications, and event management. St. George is undoubtedly a multi-talented individual. He is a writer, compere, voiceover artist, singer, producer, and so much more. He is passionate about youth development, and that is the major focus of his show on YouTube, The Disruptors, which he produces and anchors. When asked about what inspires him, St. George says he draws inspiration from the passage of the Holy Bible which says, "I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me," and also from notable businessmen as well as fashion designers within and outside
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for, I would say, one of the most anticipated session of this event, because we get to be personal and raw and we get to ask questions. So we have the pleasure of being guided through this by none other than Mr. George Ekuribe, a distinguished award-winning designer, and he'll be leading us into this insightful conversation. Thank you very much and welcome, George. Please.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes,
Good evening,
yes,
if you can hear me.
Welcome him in the
Okay.
chat session, please, guys. Welcome him. Let him
Okay.
feel welcome. Thank you very much. So glad to
Thank
have
you
you
very much.
here. And Miss
Thank you so
Prudent
much.
Gabriel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really a privilege to be anchoring this. And
You're
to be
welcome.
honest, I was chatting up Ivory.
George, your
and I was
camera
telling-
is turned off. George,
Oh,
please turn on your.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, yes. So I was chatting up Ivory while Miss Prudence was speaking, and I told her that I'm overwhelmed myself. Like I'm in awe of of course we know her. We see a lot of these people, and you really do not know the story behind the success. And tonight, my eyes have been opened to a lot of things. And one of the things I told her, I was like, she almost have answered all the questions that we have, but then I would find a way to still ask some of them that I have here. And to be honest, Ms. Prudence, I must say that if I was a fan on 70% before, now I'm a fan at 100%. You've done so well, and I mean, it's amazing to see Kingdom people do so well, and it's something to applaud. Well done, well done. All right, so we'll just get straight into it. Some of the questions you have answered already, so I would be skipping some of them and looking at some, that I feel maybe you need to retouch, and then of course I'm sure we'd have a Q&A session where the attendees would have to ask some questions. Okay, so one question that has gone through my head while you spoke is to ask about how how you stay ahead of trends. Yeah, of course, it's a fashion industry. It's wide, is all encompassing. So I want to know how you stay ahead of trends and maintain a unique style. It is competitive, it's social. So how do you stay ahead of trends? You've said a whole lot. Maybe there's still so much more you need to tell us about how you stay ahead of trends. Now, as someone who is there's so many people in the female designing career who are up there, but then designs stand out. How do you stay ahead of trends? How do you make your name known, and how do you keep it on the lips of people, who see your work and who really wants to know about you?
Okay. Staying ahead of trend. I think it will show from your creativity. Just like the Adeze I just built, if you notice on Instagram, online, a lot of top designers are dropping wedding dresses. And if I'd dropped a wedding dress, it wouldn't have been as exciting and trending as the traditional. So when everyone is doing something, whatever they are doing has a group. So if everyone is using an iPhone, this person is using Techno, this person is they are using different phones.
Yeah.
And everyone is talking about how amazing their camera is. There's how you can make a video with your Samsung, and you make people ask you, what phone did you use? Because at the end of the day, it's not easy to really tell what kind of camera people use when they upload the picture. You can only tell when you see the phone. But once you are able to edit the videos or pictures and post it. People will ask you, how did you achieve this? What kind of phone do you do? Because you have left that cycle and you're standing out. So if you want to really come up and you want people to know you, there are different ways of you coming out. Number one, if you want to force it out, you have to look for trouble online so that you trend. Number two, you have to be amazing in the things that you do. Like if everybody is wearing a traditional outfit and you see it, and you want to come out, we know that gele stops like 7 inches here. You can make gele that is like 12 inches because the one thing that you need is attention. You need people to see you. So when you make very nice dress and you make gele and then you possibly be like, oh, the dress is nice, but I feel like the gele is too much. Now, the things that take people's attention mostly online are more of the negative things. More of the negative things. That's one of the things that go out more. You can be nice and you can be so humble and everything. People won't really know you. But if you notice, the people that are very controversial online that people actually see. So that is why there was a time I usually post on my Instagram. I would get like 50 comments, 100 comments. And I posted a dress of what I ordered for versus what I got. And so many people were commenting, they were laughing. Not that these people don't see your post, but they don't have a reason to come to you. So that means whatsoever you put up there, you need to give people reason to come to you. So you need to stand out. You're making a reception dress. Everyone has been seeing reception dresses. Every weekend, every day, they see different reception dresses. Your reception dress should stand out in a way that even Instagram, it on itself will pop and let people see what you're doing. So I think that is how to just stay, to be ahead of trend. You have to just stand out in whatever you're doing. So I don't know if I answered the question.
Yes, correct. Very, 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 very apt. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then moving forward, of course, we know what the economy, not just in Nigeria, all around Africa, all around the world, is saying presently. For those in business, even those who are not in business, know what is going on now. So the next question I'm going to ask is, what strategies do you implement to keep your business profitable amidst the inflation rate in Nigeria and Africa at large?
Okay. So yes, it's really affecting the economy, and I must say it is. So one of the things I did in my fashion school was I had to increase my fees. That was the number one thing. And then I got some other new professional tailors to make the kind of dress that I would always want. People tell me that, oh, Cotonou tailors are the best, they're very good, and I had to go for it. Some of them, they charge very, very high for a dress, and I had to go for it. And then also, I ensure that I am more consistent about what I'm putting out there, because I notice that whenever I post ready to wear, that people are always placing order. So even if I'm turning my generator or not, that means something has to be going on in the factory. So if in a week I'm relaxed and I'm making, for example, I'm making like 1 million naira in a week, and then this 1 million naira I'm making in a week, because of fuel and sustaining the business, I would spend like 500,000. So what I would rather do is get more staff, get more jobs, so that they will be able to meet up with the needs of the business and also surpasses whatever income we're making. Because you cannot stay. Everybody is looking forward to growing their business. You won't say because everything is expensive. Instead of me to tell a tailor that is super expensive, that the person should leave, I cannot afford, I would rather go and charge my clients for you to stay. If you are charging me 150,000 per dress, if I was charging 2 million naira for a dress, I would charge 2.150 million. So that means instead of you to allow these things drag you back, you force yourself and then you move forward. Do things that will bring more money. Lot of streams of income. We can make money from different things. If you check, I have children wear department, I have ready to wear department, I have bespoke, I have bridal, I have fashion school. The fashion school, I don't just have one brand, I have like 3 branches. So you have to double your hustle. Let me put it in a layman's way that you would understand. If you were making 3 dresses every week, you need to get more tailors, because even if you're making 5, you're making 100, the same generator is running. So you need to increase your target for you to be able to meet up with whatever thing is happening in the country. Thank you. I hope I answered.
Okay. Yes, you did. Okay, so this one I'm going to ask now is slightly off the question list that we have. It's based on while you were talking before during your keynote speech. It's about you talked about it takes people to announce you. You need people to announce you. Let's say for an upcoming designer who of course celebrities are all, there are the big celebrities, there are the small celebrities, if I'm to put it that way. That it's how do they go about having to work with celebrities? Take for instance, okay, I'll just use myself for an example. I think it was in I can't remember, maybe 2020 or 2021. Yeah, 2021. The guy who won Mr. Nigeria, he was to represent Nigeria in Philippines for Mr. World. And then they reached out to me, they need a suit, and then, oh, you're going to get mentions and all that and all that. And okay, they sent me what they wanted. We did all the whole professional thing that's attached to it. And because at that time it was seeming like I was still, kind of staggering, I agreed, to make the suit without pay, but because of the platform he was going to, and then of course, it's a huge platform. I felt okay, this would be something. And then I made the outfit he wore to the grand finale of Mr. World in Philippines. And then I realized that tagging, there was no tag on Facebook, on Instagram, nowhere. In fact, there was no tag anywhere. In fact, he eventually went to Big Brother. I don't want to mention name. And then this dude, I reached out to the stylist who called me. I'm like, there's no tag. This person has not tagged me. He was like, don't worry. He would tag. Until today, there was no tag. And then, all the promises that came, oh, this will happen, that will happen, nothing of such came. And I felt bad. I felt like when he eventually went to Big Brother, I reached out to him a couple of times. There was no response. I felt like calling out, but I just felt, I've grown past that now, and there's so much more in future for me. So for someone who is upcoming, and then sometimes these people reach out to you, I think sometimes they take advantage. They reach out to you as an upcoming, and they feel that, oh, you need it, and you're going to agree quickly. Yeah. And you're going to agree quickly because, they've told you the platform and all that. When they don't do as they have promised, what's your best advice for someone who is coming up, who encounters such? Should they call out? Should they, social media is more active now than it was, say, 3 years ago or 4 years ago. What's your advice for someone who, experiences such thing? Hello?
Okay. So first of all, the business we're doing today, some people have been doing it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
First, I'll start with whatever we're doing today. Someone has been doing it and they're not making anything from it. You have put your money in some things. You've invested your money in so many things. You didn't make money from it. You've never gone back to see how calling out whatever it is or fighting. It didn't taste nice. Everything that you do, out of 100, it can just be one that work out. Songwriters have written songs for years, and only one song will bring them out. When they did the first song, they were depressed. Nobody knew about them. Nobody wanted to listen to the song. They tried the second one. They tried the third one. If you speak to Spyro, because I'm very close to Spyro, you will hear him tell you that most of the songs that he's dropping today, he has dropped them before and it didn't work. He's paid the producer, he did promotion and everything, the song didn't work. Now, when we fail in some areas of our life, instead of us to look at, oh, I failed, we need to move to the next one. Do not let one person make you not trust the other people. The devil wants you to fail so that you will lose hope. The devil wants you to fail so that you will stop. Someone who tried selling periwinkle and maybe for the first time a customer comes and then they throw away your periwinkle, most likely will tell themselves that I will not want to sell periwinkle again, I'm going to stop. Before I had Mercy Chinwo wear my dress, Peggy wear my dress, a lot of fashion designers, a lot of celebrities wear my dress. I have had plenty of them that wore my dress and they did not tell me, they didn't do anything. Nobody heard about it. If everything we put our hands to do work out as easy as we want, we will not want to try. We will relax. So it should keep you in a level where you will tell yourself that I am not settling for less. I will go again. That means I cannot stop it. That means so hard. So write JAMB. You did not get your result. Maybe something happened to your result. You would have gone to JAMB and start crying. Why would you? But you have to wait for another year to come for you to write JAMB. People will always fail you. People will always disappoint you. But like I said earlier, if you fail, embrace your failure and move to the next one. Because someone will tell you, oh, when I will take you to Dubai, I will give you a job, you're going to do the job. And when you get to Dubai, they're introducing you to prostitution. A lot of people have been there. And they will cry. So that means failure is a step to moving forward. Now, when you go into a relationship and the relationship failed, you didn't tell yourself, I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to drag my man on social media. Some people were not meant to announce you. God always brings people that are meant for you to come your way. So the wrong ones will come. Like I said, the devil also knows what you want. God knows what you want. Sometimes the reason why we say let us speak in tongues is so that the devil will not hear us. The devil doesn't know when you're speaking in tongues. Even sometimes you don't know what you are saying, but it is your spirit communicating with your Father. That is why you speak in tongues. The devil only hears you when you speak. If you're saying something in your mind, trust me, the devil is not hearing you. When you're saying something in your mind, the devil cannot hear you. It is only when you speak. It is only when you say it out, that is when the devil, that's why they said there is power in the tongue. They didn't say there is power in your mind, like there is power in that tongue. When you say that thing, it happens. So if when you give someone your cloth and the person is promising you heaven and earth, I'm going to tag you, I'm going to do this, I'll give you, customers tell me, Prudent, give me discount. If you give me 50% discount, all my friends will come and patronize you. Designers here, you know what I'm talking about. There are some customers you've given 50% discount and they'll tell you, once you make this dress, I'm going to give you a lot of customers. They will not give you any customer. Once their dress is okay, they move on. But you never stop trusting people, just do it. So now, collaborations and collaborations is you. Once you pray and your mind is telling you, do really want to make it. I do it. If it works fine, if it doesn't work fine, that is me. I don't cry when I lost things. I move on to the next one. It might be painful, but I don't want anything that will drag me back because what is in front of me is greater than what is behind me. So if you tried the first one, the person disappointed you, they didn't tag you and they are smiling. Human beings are actually very wicked. They said the heart of a man is wicked, like it's so wicked. Yeah, desperately wicked, because people, you will see someone, you don't know what they are thinking. Someone will be telling you, I'll do this for you, I'll do this for you. And you don't even know what they are thinking in their mind because you are still breathing today. Try someone else. Do not give up. Someone said, God disappointed me. God took my mom. God took my dad. And I will tell you, I said, try God again. Give God another chance. Oh yeah, please forgive God and do it again. So please, there is no guarantee that somebody that you are looking up to is going to help you. God does not want people to take his glory. That is why he appoints people that will help you, and they will not come back and tell the world that if not for them, you wouldn't have come out. Like as I am today, nobody will come out and say, oh, Prudent, I was the one that helped you. I was the one that did this for you. So please let us embrace failure and disappointment. It will come. It will always come. Embrace it and move to the next one. Keep trying. Don't stop. Something, or you know the importance of something, you will keep trying. But if you don't know the importance of that thing, you will say, if I make a dress, it doesn't come out well, and my customer is complaining, and my customer is saying, you must refund, you must refund. Sometimes I will tell the customer, it is okay for you to refund, but please, I want to prove to you that I can make that dress. Madam, take your money. I've done it several times. You can take my money to prove a point, to tell you that that thing just happened.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, a quick one. Let's talk more about collaborations. I need you to shed more light on collaborations. Yeah. So for an upcoming fashion designer to go about collaboration, first, if you are a female designer, should your collaboration should be with a fellow female designer or a male designer? And then if you're also an upcoming designer, is it with someone within your level, below, or someone above? How should the collaboration work? Hello?
Free for life, there are lots of things collaborate with. It's not the same person I would have collaborated with some years back because I am out. So first of all, you have to collaborate with people in your level. You start with that. For example, if I wasn't known and then I go on social media, I see amazing upcoming photographer, I would send
I think her network is bad, but I'm hoping that she may be okay. She's back. She's back on. Hi, Miss Prudence. We can see you, but we can't hear you. I think your mic is muted. If you can hear me. Okay, I think we can hear you now.
I've unmuted. Okay. So collaboration is bringing people together to do what they would have spent so much money to do. Collaboration is a teamwork. Collaboration is strength. Yes, collaboration is strength. So if I am a makeup artist and someone else is a dressmaker, another person is a videographer, and this person is a hairstylist, and I realize that these people are not really doing so well like that. Everyone is just trying so hard to come out. I will send a makeup artist a message. Before you start sending these people message, if you are the lead collaborator, you have to create like a mood board. You create a mood board and then you send it to this person like, I'm looking at us having a shoot with this person. So sometimes before you collaborate, there are some design or there are some models and influencers that are not very popular, but they are also open to collaborations. People will tell you no, people will turn you down, but at least try. Send them a DM. Good afternoon, ma'am. Please, we'll be having a shoot. We would like to work with you. This is the glam team. This person, this person, this person, this person. We're going to be making like a reception dress location here. Please, ma'am, will you be available to collaborate? And if the person is telling you, oh, no, I'm so sorry, I won't be available, you tell them thank you. I'm hoping that tomorrow you would see the need. At least you tried. Now send another person a DM. You see nobody's responding to you. All the celebrities are turning you down. Go to someone who is also coming up. The person is beautiful, she's fine, she has a very nice body. Tell her that, please, we want to have a shoot. And then she says yes. You get the photographer, you get the videographer, you get the makeup artist and the hairstylist. Bring everyone together. You guys are not spending physical cash. What you are spending is your time, your product, your strength, and all these things. When you guys come together, you make an amazing shoot and you post it and it looks nice. When I did my Adaeze collection was actually a collaboration shoot. It was a collaboration shoot. So like 99% of the models you saw were they agreed to collaborate. All those people. So I went to their DM, I showed them what I wanted to create, and they said, okay, I am available, I will not be available. Some of them declined, some said, okay, I will do, and they did. All the makeup artists, collaboration. The photographer, collaboration. I think we paid him like 50% because he said they were a lot. But the videographer, we had to pay. So now, because the videographer is already having a lot of work, this person is fully booked. They don't want to collaborate. People that do not collaborate are mostly people that will tell you, oh no, I don't want to. But once you have an idea of what you want to create and you just need people to work with, you will do your collaboration, because your collaboration will help you spend less. It's not that when you do collaboration, meaning that a lot of people will not, so many people would want to do it. Some people will turn you down. So collaboration is very interesting and it is important for everyone. Collaborate. Because the person you are collaborating today will also need you tomorrow. When I did my graduation, I did a whole lot of collaboration. Would you want to be part of it? Collaboration. You announce other people. So when somebody is collaborating, ensure that you also bring out the person. Post about the person. Talk about the person. Because you help me, I help you. That is what collaboration is. We just have to help each other to come up. So even when other people do their shoot, you notice that the people they are tagging is collaboration, but you will never know it's collaboration. You just see all the tags, this person, this person, this person, they are all collaboration. But if somebody is telling you, oh, I don't want to collaborate, you have to pay me. It is not your decision to say, okay, you know what, I'm not going to pay you and I don't want to work with you and let it go. Or you can still do the job, tag everybody and not tag that person. That's why I mentioned that the reason why some people are not tagged is because there's an issue. There is an issue. So someone will tell you, I was speaking with Bolaji, the lady, the actress that looks like me. I'm like, why didn't you tag this designer for this ready to wear that you ordered for? She said, I was asking for discount and she didn't give me. Okay, collaborate with me. She didn't want to collaborate. And she went ahead and post. So do not be selfish. Just work with other people. Don't forget that growing up, you need a team to work. You cannot do everything on your own. But when you are up there, you can decide to do whatever you want to do.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, I went off for a bit. I don't know what happened. Network, I guess. I see questions that, I see questions are dropping in the chat box. But before we go to that, let's just take one more question from here. Okay, so this last question, let me ask you, maybe second to the last. What do you hope people feel or experience when wearing your creations? Because I mean, as a fashion designer, there's something you're looking forward to people feeling.
Sorry, please, I don't know if you can come again. I didn't get that question.
Okay, the question is, what do you hope people feel or experience when wearing your creations? There must be something that you're looking forward to people feeling when they wear your creations. Okay, for instance, for me, my motto is a touch of class. So I want men to feel, that male classiness, if grammar permits, when they wear my creations. You get so. For you, what do you hope that people feel or experience when they wear your creation?
Number one is confidence. When you wear Prudential, you wear confidence because you know that you're going out, you're not looking like anybody. Everyone is looking at you. Everybody is looking at your design, trying to see, okay, this dress, I've never seen it before. This is so nice. So when you go out there, you're becoming a superstar wearing my design. And again, I always want everybody to feel special. I always want my client to feel special. Most of the brides I have, when they wear my piece, they are always very emotional because some people just feel like some designers cannot bring my dress to life. So once you wear that dress, you'll be like, oh my God, I am so beautiful. So confidence. I just want you to, when you wear that dress, I want you to step out in an occasion and everybody is just looking at you like, wow, your dress is beautiful. Who made your dress for you? So that is very, very important to me. I want you to be very confident in yourself when you wear my piece. You love what you're wearing, you love your look. Sometimes when they wear the dress, they don't want to remove it. They just want to wear it till that day. So I think for me, it's confidence.
Okay, great. Awesome. Awesome. So every prudential woman is supposed to be seen as a confident woman. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. Okay, and then lastly, do you have any I was going to ask you about what you would say to an upcoming designer, but you've said almost all of that, from the beginning. And of course, I know that after the Q&A, maybe in your last words, you're going to fix that in. But my last question is there anybody, okay, to be honest, I have someone in mind that I feel maybe is someone you're looking up to. I really don't know. It's just a thought, based on, your relationship with that person. But you tell us, are there designers in Nigeria, maybe abroad as well, international designers that inspire you, that you're looking up to, and all of that?
This question, whenever I answer this question, people are always thinking is oh, Prudent is. I don't think there's any designer I'm really looking up to. When I started, I never had any inspiration or a role model. I love what people do. I like it, but I've never had a role model. Like if you ask me who is a role model in fashion, I cannot answer. Now, for other half of Vicky, I love the fact that she doesn't give up. She doesn't. I like the fact that she's very, very confident in whatever she's doing. She's very consistent in every piece that she put out there. I love what she does. So if somebody like her would be an inspiration, yes, she is an inspiration to me because sometimes when I'm like, why is this happening like that? The next thing you're seeing her doing it. If I spend time with her, she's making videos, doing this at the same time. After doing that during our wedding, so I think I kind of gain strength from her. I draw strength from her because what she does sometimes it marvels me. Like, how do you do all? And I want to be like, ah.
I think there's a bit of an issue with her network. I'm sure it will come back. Yeah. But it's been okay. I think she's back now.
Okay.
All right. I think she's back now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Maybe there are some designers that I love their work. I might not remember their name. Yes, I might not remember their name. There's this one that starts with G. There's one other guy. He's a Chinese. I love his content. Not that I want to be like them. Not that I really want to be like them. Let me just take a little time to see if I can find their handles. I love their content. So please just give me a little time. I think I've shared one of their work with someone. Let me see if I can find it. I'll be very happy if I can find, because this designer, I love the way he does his process videos and everything. He does a lot of bead work. He does a lot of couture dresses. I just pray I can find him. Maybe after this, if I can find him, I'll just put him up on my page on Instagram.
Yeah,
So
I think people would
each person I look up to or I watch every day is because of one thing about them. So for that guy, I like the fact that you could see the process of when he was maybe sketching the design and everything. For Vicky, I like the fact that she's consistent. Vicky does not give up. She's consistent. She's always dropping things. Then I think I like Lumini Official because she's always doing a lot of artwork on her dress. Her designs are not regular at all. I like her for that. And who else? Then Valdrin, but Valdrin, I realized that Valdrin does a lot. He does a lot of he makes a lot of draping. Most of the dresses on his mannequins, on his dress form, they are pinned. They are not like properly made. They are pinned. And I like that in him. I like the fact that he can drape these dresses and they look nice. So I don't think there's one designer that I want to kill myself for that I'm dying for. I think if I had the opportunity to watch them when I was coming up, I would have had so much. But because I got to know them when I was already doing so much, that I think that's the reason why I don't know which I can mention, but I think from each of these people, there's something about them that I like, and I hope I can do better too. So I don't know if I was able to answer my question.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so we'll just go straight to the questions from the attendees now, from the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we can take probably like 3 questions. 3 questions, if we can take like the first 3 questions. I think someone repeated a question.
Okay.
Thank
So
please let me appeal. If we can take 5, because I've read through some of the questions. They're like very, very serious questions. Please, I'm appealing to you, Ma.
Okay,
Let's take at least 5 of them. Thank you.
all right, thanks.
all
All right, go ahead, George.
All right. So first one I'm seeing here is from Mata Chuku. It says, how can I meet up with my customers' demands without disappointing them? How can I meet up with my customers' demands without disappointing
them? Okay, first of all, before you get any job from anybody, make sure that you can meet up. Make sure it's something you can do. Don't just collect work because everyone is doing it. Make sure that you understand what they want and you can meet up. Then communicate with your customers. If there's any change in their outfit, communicate with them very well. Tell them that, oh, I'm so sorry that we could not get this particular fabric or we couldn't get this particular color. Would you mind changing? You have to be consistent when it comes to communicating with your customer, not to have issues with the customer, because everybody is looking forward to having a perfect dress from you. So you wouldn't want to disappoint them. So please ensure that you understand what your customer wants. You meet up and then you employ the right staff that you need to. Like when it comes to employing staff, you need to have the right position in your office. You have admin, someone that is responding to customers' messages. You have customer care representative. You have quality control, an assistant creative director. You are still at that stage of your life where you're doing it by yourself. Then you have to take what you can finish. Do not take what is more than you. That's the way to avoid. You can only take more and more complicated designs when you have more hands. I don't know if I answered your question, or you can maybe take the question again.
Yeah, I think you've done justice to the question. Yes, you have.
Okay.
You have. All right. So moving on to the next one quickly. It says, but is it okay to post a job you did on social media, even if the person didn't tag you? Like just posting the progress without even mentioning any name.
Without even mentioning, okay, without tagging the person.
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
If you make one of the things that another thing you should pray for is meeting nice people, kind people that are kind, because some people will pay you and they will still tag you. If someone does not want you to be tagged, or they don't want you to post that thing and tag them, that means there must have been a conversation that is close to that. For example, you did my makeup. I complained I didn't like my makeup. I was not satisfied. I wasn't happy. And then you went ahead And maybe the way you were responding to me, I didn't like it. Some people tell you, oh, I'm so sorry, ma. I'm so sorry, ma. I'm going to do better next time. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, please. Okay, you know what? From this, since you don't like the makeup, instead of paying me 50K, can you pay me 45? I'm so sorry, ma. Did you see how the tone is? Trust me, this person is going to tag you and they will post it. But if the person is nice to you, but the person does not want people to know that they were using an inferior or a cheap makeup artist, and then the person posts, they didn't tag you, and then you post and tag them, it's not going to be a problem. It's never going to be a problem. So ensure that the grass is clear when you are leaving the client. Ask the customer, please, ma, I don't know if you're going to tag me, but I would appreciate if you tag me. I bought clothes from people. I buy dresses, suits. I bought suits from the person the one I wore for Hello Port Harcourt. I bought that suit for over 200 and something thousand from that lady. And she sent a message. Hope you love your dress. Please do not forget to tag us. We would really appreciate, and this will go a long way for our business. So please, before you leave the person, tell the person that, please, ma, I don't know if you're going to tag me, but I really appreciate. Or can I post and tag you? Ask questions. Don't just post. Ask your client the question. You have the opportunity to touch this person's face or touch this person's hair. That means you have every opportunity to ask the person, please, ma, I want to beg you, please make sure that you tag me, please. You know, I'm growing, I'm coming up, please. I appreciate if you can tag me. She's not going to tell you, no, I'm not going to tag you. But if she said, no, I'm not going to tag you, ask her, please, can I also post? Can I post the work? I promise not to tag you. Or can I post and tag you? Please ask question. It's very important. There should be like an agreement.
Yes. Thank you so much. And then moving on to the next one, it says, how do you know your niche? And is it all right for an upcoming designer to have a niche?
Yes. Okay, so your niche is something you are very good at. Something that when people buy from you, they love it. That is your niche. So you are good at making ready to wear. Like you make ready to wear, you make children's clothes, you make wedding dresses, you make men's clothes. If you rate these people, you go back to all these clients and then you ask all the children, maybe their parents, to ask them, how is the dress and everything? And they tell you, oh, I didn't really like it. I feel like the buttons were this were this. More than 3 people complain. Then you go to the ready to wear and you're hearing, oh my God, I love it. I love the fitting. I love the fabric. I love the finishing and everything. A lot of people are recommending that to other people. And then other ones, they are complaining. Please go and stay with ready to wear, because that is what people love about you. You don't force any niche to yourself. Do what you are good at, what you know that people would like, and you have peace of mind. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was very straight, very straight. Okay, so this one says from Donu Praise. It says, I get depressed whenever I try to get very active online. Please, what do I do?
You get
She gets
distracted.
depressed whenever she tries to get
depressed.
active online. Yes.
Okay. First of all, for sanity's sake, the people that you follow influences you. If you follow your friend and both of you started together and then she's doing better than you, so there's a big tendency that when your friend posts a very nice dress and people are talking about, oh my God, this dress is nice, you kind of feel a type of way. Trust me, everybody can be jealous. Yes, everybody can be jealous, but you can control it. So if you feel like you are jealous of this person, you don't like what this person is doing, or is getting to you, or is making you question yourself, mute the person. You don't necessarily have to unfollow the person. Mute the person so that your mind can be relaxed. Mute the person. So when they post, you will not feel offended. Because sometimes when people are doing better than you, especially people that you started with, when they are doing better than you, it breaks this part of you that you want to be them, but you are not happy that they are doing better than you. For example, if in your street, NEPA takes light, and then you come out, everybody has light, you don't have light, you're not going to be happy. But if you come out of your house And everybody does not have light, you don't have light. And then they come to say, this NEPA. You'll be happy, you'll be smiling because you know that it's not just you. So your circle, if your circle is not making you feel better, change your circle. The only time that you'll be feeling really bad is if the person was on the same level with you and they are doing better. But you cannot see me, come online, see me and be depressed. You don't know me from Adams. So you have to check your surroundings. Who are the people that you are looking up to online? Who are the people that are doing better than you? Because when your friend is post a car and you don't have a car, you're going to feel bad. You are definitely going to feel bad. Even if you're telling, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, my dear, you're not happy anything. You're not very happy like that. You are feeling very bad. People that are happy for you are not up to 2 in this life. You say it, but your mind is saying, God, when are you going to do my own? God, when are you going to do my own? That's what you are saying in my mind. If something in your mind, sometimes you'll be saying, let them just steal this car. The devil will be putting some things in you and say, they should just rob her and collect this car from her. This is what you should do. Go back to your room, go on your knees and tell God, God, please, please help me. I want to be happy. Father, help me to be happy for this person. God, I want to be happy for this person. I take away every negative part of me. I take out every jealousy and I want to be happy for this person. When you pray that prayer, go to this person, give them, even if it's a key holder or a steering cover or 1,000 naira. Babe, how far? I don't have money to buy fuel for your car, but I say you should take this 1,000 and buy fuel and put in your car. Once you do that, there is one thing that you have done. You have tapped a blessing from that person. You have literally tapped a blessing from that person. So do not hate people that are doing better than you. Instead, be a blessing. Do you know the reason why people buy gifts and give to their pastors or people that inspire them? You don't understand. They don't know what they are doing. But that is like you are connecting something to that person. You are showing that person that I am not jealous, but I'm happy for you. At the same time, I am supporting you. You can have like 100,000 in your account and you can support your friend that has like 100 million in their account. You can take like 50,000 or you can take like 20,000 and say, guy, I'm happy that you bought a house, but I don't have enough to do for you, but please take this one and add to it. When you do that, it will make your mind relax. You will not be naturally happy for the person. Not that you're not going to be feeling bad when this person is doing other things, but that thing in you will tell you, go and pray. You will tell yourself, no, Prudent, don't be jealous. You can't be jealous. Tell yourself, no, Prudent, you can't be jealous. You can't be jealous. So this will help you. It is what you see that triggers you. That is why your eyes, God says, when this one eye is making you sin, cut it off. He's not talking about you plugging your eyes up. He's talking about taking away things that will cause your depression. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so there's so many questions here, but there are 2 questions that I would like us to take, and then if they give us more time, we can take more. The first one here says, how do one overcome fear as a fashion designer? And then the second one is, please, Ma, how do I cost my service as a fashion designer? And how do I save from the proceeds from the growth? Okay, so the first one, how do I overcome fear as a fashion designer? So we'll take
how
that.
How do I overcome fear as a fashion designer? What are your fears? Can the person just type the fears? Can I know? I need to know the details of what is fearing you or scaring you. I need to know
Lydia,
so I don't have to say too much.
Lydia Edobo, if you're here, please type your
Lydia,
fears.
please, can you tell me what your fears are? Are you scared of making money? You feel like the money is going to be too much for you? I need to know.
So why she's doing that?
The money coming.
Okay,
like,
so
oh my God, when I pass through that road, everybody wants to take a picture with me. Is that your fear?
Okay. So while she's typing out her fears, let's take the next one. It says, how do I cost fear of not being okay as a fashion designer?
Okay, I think I've seen the question. Sorry. Fear of not being able to achieve a particular star. Why can't you achieve a particular star? Have you tried it and failed like 5 times and you did not achieve it? Why are you scared? You are scared because you have not given it a try. once you give it a try, you gain confidence that, okay, if I can even make this mistake and achieve the sleep, let me try again. So to break that fear, you have to try. You have to do it. If you don't do it, you will not know if you can achieve it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lydia, I'm sure you've
And also,
gotten
I think
your
you can also,
response.
after making it, you can call your friends and your neighbors to come and see what you did. Sometimes you just need people to build your confidence. Mommy, come and see, I made this dress. What do you think? Or Linda, come and check this thing. Call your neighbor, come and check the hand. What do you think about it? You hear them say, oh, you did well, it's nice. You can even send it to people you are looking up to. Like maybe people that you're looking up to that you have been chatting with, or someone like me, Miss P, please, I tried this sleep. What do you think? Questions like that, I can easily answer and say, oh, you did well, but I think the sleep should have been shorter. So, but you have to try. If you don't try, you keep living in fear. And God does not give us fear. Only the devil will make you fear. The devil will tell you you cannot make it. So, spirit of discernment, know what you listen to. Once you can listen to God and the Holy Spirit, you can do it. The voice of the devil is always higher. And when you are asking God question, what's the meaning of why am I making mistake? God will only speak to you when you want to sleep. When you are done shouting, you calm down. That is when you will hear God speak to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then the last question from here. I don't know if they're going to give us more time for more people, but this one I'm jumping to take it because
Sorry,
I mean a
George.
lot of people. Yes.
Just
Yes.
one
Yes.
second.
Sorry. I want to say one more thing. Also, one more thing.
Okay.
When I talk about failing, I'm not talking about your customer's clothes. Get calico. You have to make, if you are scared, buy calico. Make the dress. After making it, call your customers, tell them that you want to do a fitting for them. Then once the fitting is okay, lose out that one and use it to try it for them. If you're not confident enough, do not use your customer's clothes to do testing. Buy a raw fabric. Tell them, you'll be happy you did it first. Tell them you want to try this particular thing on. Okay, so I think I can take the next question, or his network is bad.
Okay. Hello, Ivory. I thought Ivory was saying something.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I wanted
so
to say,
yeah.
sorry. I mean, I really don't know what PG, am I allowed to call you that? It just sounds very sweet in my mouth. And okay, she doesn't even know it's how I'm calling Prudent Gabriel. It's just thank you
Anyone
so
is fine.
I was just going to say, because George
Yeah.
keeps saying, I don't know if they would give us more time. And for me, it's up to PJ really. If she has the time to spare, and because I know that she's a very busy person, but so maybe I want to appeal on behalf of everybody here. We can spare another 10 minutes for this session. So if PG says she can spare that as well. So can we carry on?
How many more questions do we have?
So we have a lot, but we can take like 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 3 more is
Yeah.
fine.
No, that's fine.
Well, in 10 minutes, I mean, that should do. Except, yeah. I'm sure maybe if there can be an email where they can send these questions to her, if it's possible, to get responses, I think that will also do, because the questions are quite much, All right, so let's just move into it quickly. So this one, I actually jumped to it because I've heard a lot of people even ask me that about costing and all that. A lot of beginners have issues with costing, pricing, and all of that. So this question is, how do I cost my service as a fashion beginner, and how do I save from the proceeds for growth purposes?
Costing. Okay, so you get your fabric. When you're making a dress for someone, we know you charge with fabric, but you need to have like a service charge. For example, you're charging your client 60,000 to make a ready to wear. So you can calculate how many yards of fabric do you need, and how much does it cost. So let me do the math. For example, if you're buying your crepe for 1.5 and then you are buying zip for 500 or 700, it's been long I bought all these things, so I might not know the correct amount. So let me calculate. You want to start a ready-to-wear business and you're the one making it by yourself, and you want to start selling your ready-to-wear for 50,000. So you buy the fabric for 1,500 times 5 yards. The reason why you should always buy 5 yards and more yards is just in case you make mistakes. So you can always go back to see fabric that you cut out. So 1,500 times 5, it's giving me 7,500. And then let's say zip, a very good zip, 700. So plus 700, that's 8,002. And then maybe you have tailors you are paying, and then maybe they are charging like 10,000 per outfit. Then you calculate plus 10,000 for their workmanship for the person making the dress. That's 18,000. Don't forget we have 50,000. And then in a week, you're spending like 100,000 for fuel, or you're spending 50,000 for fuel. From this, you take out 50% of that money you spend for fuel every week and then add to it. I don't know if you guys can hear me because it's muted.
If you can hear, please put it in the chat box, but I
Okay.
can hear you.
I think it's network. Okay, so you take like 50% of that money you spend every week and then add to that money. So if at the end of the day, what you have there is giving you like 30,000 for cost of production, it is called cost of production. Then you as a designer, you have to be paying yourself salary and salary or commission. Your business money is not your money. As I am like this, if I tell you I'm broke, it does not mean that the Prudential is broke. It is me that does not have money. So because you have to separate your personal money from your business money. And if you do this, it will help you in the future. But if you keep spending everything, it's not going to help you. So make sure that you share all this percentage. Once you share them, whatever is remaining, you take it to your savings account and then you keep it there. And every time, every account that you open, every bank gives interest when it comes to fixed deposits. So if whatever you have left is 10,000, remove 5,000 for yourself. No matter what it's doing, you don't go and touch that 5,000. Don't touch it. This one is don't touch the rest of the money, no matter how you finish spending your money. I say I'm like this, I can't remember the last time that I touched company money. It has to be my own money. That's why you see me do masterclass. In fact, I had to fight with my accountant because they were like, but I'm using the business platform to advertise. I say, you guys are not even touching this one at all. So for you to know that once you grow, the things that you do and you feel like it was normal is no longer normal. I have board and I cannot do anything at any time like that. I have to go through the right process. If I want to borrow money from my company, I have to write a letter and tell them my payment plan and this is how I'm going to pay. So when you are coming up, you always feel like, oh, when I start charging customer 200,000, my dear, it is not your money. It is the business money. So just share all these things and at least get a gain of 20,000 from each of your ready-to-wear, or maybe 15,000 from each of your ready-to-wear. From this 20,000 you are taking out, you have to save at least half of it. This is like an investment account. So this investment account is what you use to buy maybe like a machine in your company. You need like machine because that is an investment. So when they tell you that somebody is the richest person in the whole world, they're not talking about the amount of money they have in the account. So I was talking to Sparrow the other day. He was saying, big woman, big. I said, Sparrow, I don't have money. He said, it's a lie, you have money. I'm not calculating how much into your account. If I go to all your academy and calculate all your machines, that's when I knew that it was wise. Because you don't calculate people's wealth by the amount in their account and everything. Some people's wealth is the handbag they are carrying. So you see people buy Louis Vuitton, handbag, Gucci and everything. To them, it's an investment. They're investing in all those stuff. They invest in gold. So once you buy the machineries, your iron and everything in one account, please, in everything that you do, take out 5% out for maintenance. This 5% you are taking out for maintenance is if your machine is bad, you go to that maintenance account and remove it. If your mannequin is bad and you want to call someone to fix it, you have the right account to take out things from, no matter the amount you're having. If you touch your savings, my dear, you are borrowing from that savings, you have to put it back when you have money. If you touch your company money, you are borrowing from that company money. Let it stick to your head that this money I'm using to buy bone straight and buy makeup, I'm actually borrowing from my company. You have to organize yourself like that. If not, you'll be running the business for 5 years and you will not make money from it. I wish I knew all these things like 7 years, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I would have been on the right path. I think that's why I'm adding with, because now I know how to generate all my income. And these are one of the things I'm teaching in Port Harcourt, because it's very important that every fashion designer, every entrepreneur, every business owner should know how to run their business. Thank you.
Okay,
I hope I
thank you
answered
so
Thank
much.
you.
this question.
Okay, George, I can see you now, because for some reason you just
Yeah,
disappeared. So I was
yes, network.
okay.
So I was going to reach out to you, Akudo, to please help take the other question, because as I logged in back, the questions were gone from the chat box here.
Okay,
So you can just
Okay.
take the
one.
next
Or
All
few
right,
should I
questions.
pick the questions myself?
Okay,
all right,
okay.
you
I
can
think
go
that
ahead
works
and
too.
pick.
Thank you.
Retirement plan for a fashion designer is I think there are some what is it called? There are some banks you can actually save up for. That's number one. You can do a life saving with them that they can use your money to borrow. I'm not very good at that, but they can use your money to loan people, make gain. So that your account will actually be making some profit for you. That's number one. Then number two, once that money that you are saving in that savings account or investment account, I'm telling you, is maybe is huge enough, you can take out from it and acquire a land. So I do this like maybe every 6 months or every year. Once I'm able to meet a particular target, my account will just say, my accountant doesn't even want to hear that we are saving money in our account. He doesn't want to hear that. He always wants us to buy properties. So what you do is you buy property. There's a property I got for 5 million in Ado Road like 3 years ago. When I went back to buy the one at the side, they were already calling 25 million. I'm like, this is just between how many months? And you guys are calling 25 million already. So all these things will help you, because when you get to 50, 60, 70, you may not be able to sew, you might not be able to cut, you might not be able to stand for so long. So all these things will help you. And also, if you grow your brand and you have people that are working very well for you, you can move. Oh my God. Okay. You can transfer whatever you're doing to your daughter, to your son, and they will continue. Like for Prudential Fashion Academy you're seeing today, I'm going to be transferring this to either my daughter or my son. They will continue the company. So you have to push your brand so it will help you. I also saw another question that someone is saying, how can I handle a very rude client? How do you handle a rude client? Any client that is rude is not rude when you start making the address. You definitely see it. It is called client to avoid in business. Client to avoid in business, you hear things like, don't spoil my cloth. Oh, that's why I give another tailor to make and they spoil my cloth. Don't spoil my cloth. You should be very sensitive to be able to pick all the red flags in a customer. A customer is coming to your store and is saying, oh, this your place is too far, and the person is not smiling. You are trying to give this person water to drink. The person is not smiling. Try and avoid the person. And then a customer that is telling you, this your dress is too expensive, give me discount. You gave them ridiculous. You gave somebody for 100,000 and they priced it down to 15,000. Please do not stop for such a client, because that's like you're giving the person for free. So from when the customer is coming to make inquiry, you should be able to know. They'll start telling you, I have a tailor. When they start comparing you with their own tailor, like my tailor makes my dresses nice and she does not charge me like this, you should avoid them. So pay attention to the red flags in every customer.
Okay.
Let me see if there's any question. How do you overcome pricey customer? I think it's still related. Someone does not have money, but you believe that if this person wears this dress and tag you, you are going to make a whole lot of money from them. Even if the gain on top of it is 2,000, is 5,000, it's still better than you not doing anything. Take that job, do it well, add so much design to it, make a video of that design and post it. Don't just leave it that way. Make sure that you also make a whole lot of video from it and then you post. Someone is telling you that, oh, I don't have money. For example, there was one of my friends that said she doesn't really have a whole lot, because I don't really charge my friends when I make dresses for them. She said she didn't have much money to do a particular dress. So I had to use the opportunity to tell her, okay, you know what? Just pay me money for fabric. The money she gave me was 30,000, and I bought a luxury border fabric for 30,000. I made the dress for her. Every other thing I was doing was free. So when I made the dress, I told myself that this dress must give me more money. I made the dress very fine, and I posted. When I posted it, that same border fabric, the remaining pieces, I used to make more designs for people, and I was making more money from it. So some designs are actually like an investment. Some people that come to you, they're like an investment. If your mind is telling you, give the person discount, give them discount, make that dress, but make the dress well, make your video. If possible, follow them to the event. There was a time I used to follow a customer. I ensure that I make a video of the back when the person is walking, when they are fitting, so that you can have content to post. Because even if you're making 100 of clothes, if you don't post, people will not know that you're making clothes. So when you make a free dress for people or you are giving them discounts, make sure that that dress is very beautiful so they can refer more people to you. Because once a customer is happy, they will keep bringing more customers to you. They will say good things about you. Endure whatever is happening. And when they are done, make a video of your dress and post it. That is it.
Mm.
Okay. Is it wise for a makeup artist, model, content creator for a brand since you are just starting? As far as you can meet up with what I need. I usually post on my Facebook. I need this person, I need this person, I need this person. I usually post it on my Facebook. If your work is good, the person that is making me up in Port Harcourt is also collaborating. She said she's coming to do my makeup for free. You think she doesn't have a job? She has what to do, but she feels like if I'm making this lady up, I'm going to gain a whole lot of customers from it. And for myself, I need to be nice. When I'm posting, I need to talk about her that, oh, this lady is amazing. So if you're collaborating, your collaboration is not bad, and if you have something you're doing, send it to me. Miss P, please, I would like to do this. If you're doing it well, I want to do it. I will not want to collaborate with you and bring down my standard because there are some things I cannot post. There are some things I cannot carry. Yes, so if you're doing very well, of course, I would work with you. I would want to work with you. The lady that did my hand fan was from my Facebook. I need someone to collaborate with. She did do it well. I was really upset with her, but at least I tried by collaborating with her. I don't know. I'm trying to check for important questions.
There's someone here that's asking, sorry, George, please, can you do, this is about courses now, please, can you do a 1-week course in Lagos that can cover beginners to advanced? And she posted it so many times, that's why I'm just highlighting it. Some of us want to attend your academy, but distance is an issue and we can't stay in Bodin because of husband and kids.
That is why I have one branch on the mainland and on the island. That is why that's why I have a branch on the mainland and the island. Depends on your location though. If you're saying I should have a 1-week class for beginners, a beginner cannot learn what I want to teach for 1 week. My beginners learn for 6 months, so I don't think you'll be able to learn. My master class is for people who are doing so well in their business. It's not even for intermediates, it's for people that are doing very well in their business. So I don't think 1 week can work for a beginner, except you just want us to do the barber teaching, the stocking. There is no
Okay.
So can I just take this one? It says, what do you do when you are stuck and unable to get inspired?
When you're stuck and unable to get inspired, first of all, relax. You have to relax. The reason why you're not getting inspiration is because your mind is filled. Maybe you're trying to achieve 100 things at the same time, or someone is not making you happy. But once your mind is not clear and settled, you can never get an inspiration. You cannot get any inspiration. Like for me, I'm thinking about, I'm going to Ojodu tomorrow to take a class. I'm going to Aja to take a class. I'm supposed to deliver this customer's outfit. I'm supposed to make this customer happy. This lady is collecting address. This one is coming by 2. I have consultation. I can be that busy. And at this time, I cannot think of a new design. I cannot think. So your mind, first of all, relax. Just relax. Relax. Clear your mind. Do the things you need to do. At that point of you doing something, a new design can come. Inspiration can come, but you need to relax. If you're not relaxed, you cannot create a design. That's why I'm saying at this point of your life where you've not made so much money, you are not so busy, create those designs. do it, sketch it on your booklet, write the date and leave it there so that it will be easy for you. I don't accept interns.
Okay. I think we've
done
there's an
justice to your questions.
yes. Yeah, there's an
Okay, please
email
let me
already
just take this
provided.
last one. Miss P, is an upcoming fashion designer allowed to go for another upgrade in fashion school if he or she is not satisfied? My dear, I still register in schools and I still learn. We are learning every day. You have to, there's no end to learning. You have to upgrade every time. Because once you are sitting on this thing, the next thing, something else is trending. So you have to always register in order you can register in any fashion school if you're not satisfied. You learn more. Even if you learn from me and you feel like you're not satisfied, of which that's weird, it's not even possible. But if you're feeling that way and you see something else you want to go, but if you get to that fashion school and what they are posting on social media looks better, like you feel like, oh, this thing, I was thinking what they are doing is better, still learn. Don't insult them. Don't drag them. Just learn whatever they are teaching you. Learn something new and then leave. If you learn at the end of the day, they did not teach you anything new. Everything that you're learning is the same thing you know. My dear, keep quiet and move on. At least you took a step further. So there is no end to learning. You have to always upgrade.
Okay.
So I think that's the last
thank
I
you
will
so
take,
much.
please. That's the last I will
Yes.
take.
Yes. So there's
Wow.
an email already provided.
Mhm.
I'm sure you guys can copy your questions and send it to that email. There's certainly a way she can get a response to you, I believe. Thank you so much. Over to you, Akudo.
Wow, what an insightful session. This is so insightful, and I can see that a lot of people are so pumped up from everything. We were not meant to stay this long, but PG has been so gracious to accommodate as much questions as possible, as she's giving her time and all. So I just want to appreciate you for being on this session and doing justice to it and being very real and very relatable. So thank you for gracing us with your inspiring story. Thank you, Mr. George, also for helping us out with that section. Thank you, PG, for your inspiring story. I'm sure your journey resonates with all of us, even people that are not even in the fashion industry. It resonates with everyone. And the truth is that you are serving as a beacon of inspiration for aspiring fashion designers and entrepreneurs at large. So I really appreciate you. And please give her a warm thank you. I want to say in the comment section. If you have any more questions, you can send your questions to info@ysipsfoundation@gmail.com. And I think, please, can someone put it in the chat box? I think we have it there. And then you can also send a DM to our Instagram at YSIPS Foundation. And then we'll find a way to get it across to PG. And she would do justice in her time because she's really busy. So I thank you all for joining, and please don't go. We're still going to, at the end of the program, we're going to be announcing finalists that are going to be in the running to winning the scholarships for attending the Prudential Fashion Academy. So please stay tuned. Quick takeaway. I want to just say one thing. There's just a lot that she has mentioned, really. My book is full. So we're gonna be posting some of these things, and tagging her to just a little bit of the highlights of, things that nuggets and quotes that you can take but one thing I want to say is she said, I love failure because I learn from my mistake. You need to fail to succeed. So, that is very, very, very key. So people start small and they fail and they want to give up. It's very, very important. You have no idea how many times, she has told you her story. So you can evidently see that she is work in progress and she's always improving herself. So I just want to say that. I don't want to say too many things, but that is a big takeout for me and for anybody. I think that is very, very important for you to take home with. So at this point now, please stay on the line because we're going to be announcing the finalists in the running to winning the scholarship for those to PFA. So stay tuned. And at this junction, I'm going to be inviting the co-founder to just share some of the things that we've been doing, some of our impactful journeys that we've been taking people through as a foundation, just so that you can see what the YSIPS is about. And please do not forget to send your questions to the DMs and everything that you have learned that has impacted you in this section. Please take a picture, tag at Prudent Gabriel, tag YSIPS, and let us know. Let's see what you've learned. We want to hear back from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Akudo. Thank you. I don't know. I can get emotional for the craziest things, right? Well, just sitting here at the back end, listening to PG, listening to George share his story, just reading through the comment sections. I don't know. I can only say thank God that we put this together, because Akudo can tell everybody, everybody sees what they see on social media, but I know what it took us to make this happen, and look at how much value that has come out from this. So I want to say a big thank you, guys. I'm not seeing the thank yous the way I want to see them. I want you guys to help me say a big thank you to PG. If you don't know, I know, at least the little I know, talking with her PA these past few weeks, she's up and about almost like every day. Like, she's busy. I don't know, she's busy. Tomorrow she has to travel again for another. But she made out time to be here. And when we're putting the agenda together, we're like, now we'll not keep her too long. But I just see how passionate. She's here. This is the 10. And she's saying, let me take more questions. Guys, please. I want to say thank you to you, PG. And it's from the depth of my heart. Like, you had every reason to not be here tonight. Like, who are we? Who is YC? Where did we come from? But even when I came to your office, the warmth, that was how I even knew that God is interested in this thing. And tonight is just like an evidence, that God's hand is in this thing. So I appreciate you. I'm not a fashion entrepreneur myself. Like I was saying them today, I know that you cannot put me on with machine to do anything. I'll just run away from that. The moment you're standing up, I'm running away. But I see how many people that are just going to stand on the shoulders of the value that you have dropped tonight. And guys, I want to say something. If I know anything about knowledge, it's not everything you heard tonight that you need to run with. It's probably just one thing that you need to run with. If there's anything that you take out tonight, take that punchline that resonates with you and begin to practice. I don't know, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is always that one thing that is for you. There's always that one. Out of the many messages that you would have heard, there's always that one thing that you need to pick out and run with, and your own success story will begin. So thank you again, PG. I'm grateful. And even for, just being here is a lot of sacrifice from your end. So I want to appreciate you on behalf of the YSIPS team. We didn't pay you a dime to be here, but we're just begging. But like, guys, you don't understand. I'm sure you understand. We didn't pay a dime to be here. She didn't ask us for anything. Even when I went to her office with box to say, like, cut TVs, we're like, this is not necessary. And all of that, the simplicity, the ingenuity, the humility. I know who she is, I know, but look at how real, telling your story, and I'm like, wow. Like the story, I thought I knew you, but hearing your story tonight, undiluted, unscripted, telling it as it is. Like George said, if I was a fan, 70%, I'm like over the top, 200%. I'm not patronizing you. I will not say what I don't. So thank you so much. And if you feel the need to stay on the call, please do stay on the call. We're about to wrap this up, but I wanted to okay, it's all right.
Okay, no, just tell me, what do you want? Tell me.
I wanted you to just see, not because you need it, but just see the people, the finance I'm going to contest for the last spot, but the people that made it to the top 4. So I'm just going to go straight to that. Yeah, and then I can let you. So guys, I want to say thank you, every one of you that put in so much effort into this contest. You know, the traction we even got from this contest, and I'm going to be very honest with you guys. When we started this week, our followership was very low, you know, very, very low. And we didn't particularly say follow us because we wanted, but the effort that most of you put into driving the traffic to this place, you know, has also given us some sort of visibility. So well done for this good work. Some of you were over the top. Like every time I got a notification, there was one person that was coming from, and I'm like, if this lady just has to be in this thing to win it. So 22 entries was what we got, a total of 22 entries. Some people started early, some people joined in the middle, some people started as late as yesterday. But you guys are all winners. And I mean, our dream is to grow so big that we can sponsor at least a lot of people. But before I quickly, you know, call the winners, I'm going to just give a brief about who we are, what we do, and I'm going to share my screen real quick, okay, because I want to take a trip to our website for your benefit. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen? I'm just going to put this away.
Yeah, I think, if you can see the screen, just
yes.
You can see the screen.
Okay. Okay, so real quick about YSIPS, because it's important that you also know about us, who we are and what we do. So we are a non-profit organization, and our vision is to raise highly productive young African leaders for global impact. And we are doing that through our 3/4 thematic areas, which is education, entrepreneurship, mentoring, and leadership development. So our 4 focus areas are education, mentoring, entrepreneurship, and leadership development. So I'm not going to bore you with the core values and all of that. In terms of what we do, our education project, we have the Project Grey. While my profile was being mentioned, she read about it. Project Grey is our back to school project, and we do that for less privileged kids. We supply at the start of a new academic session. We identify maybe the schools or communities that need support, and we, you know, provide them with educational materials and in some of the pictures. So that's Project Grey. We also run a scholarship scheme. We currently have 6 students on full scholarship from primary, secondary, all the way to tertiary level. We have 4 students in Lagos here. We have 2 in the north. And by September, we are going to, hopefully, by the grace of God, take on some students from the southeast as well, because we want to cover the geopolitical zone. So yeah, these students, we're paying school fees for them, helping them with everything that they need all the way to tertiary. And for our mentoring program, we run a structured mentoring program on personal and leadership development. Okay, so you can see on the screen. So these are some of our students. It's a 1-year program compressed into about 10 months, because at the end of the program, we teach them on personal development topics, leadership development topics, and then at the end of the program, they carry out a social project. So these are our pioneer mentees. They're actually teenagers, and for their project, they did a sanitation project. They powered it by themselves, went to a certain community here in Lagos and did a serious cleanup of the environment, and also sensitize the market men and women. So that's about our mentoring program. We're looking to launch our virtual mentoring platform for the younger, the much older audience. So once that is launched, that's why you need to follow us on our page, so that you can keep your ears to the ground For now, we're doing physical trainings, but we're going to be launching our virtual mentoring platform soon. We're also training on leadership skills. So beyond even knowing your business and all of that, you also need to have leadership skills, because when you start having employees, you need to know how to manage them. And then the entrepreneurship program, which we are gracefully launching today with so these are pictures from our other mentoring programs. You can see the girl learns and leads, the boy learns and leads. It's a summit that we hold to commemorate the International Day of the Boy Child and the Girl Child. I'm sure there'll be some videos playing at the end. So that's about it. So the structured mentor, and then our entrepreneurship program we've launched with U40 BizGist, but we have a lot in stock. And I'll take this moment to make an announcement. We're going to be having a business training from the month of June, because I mean, if you listen very closely to Miss Prudence, you would know that beyond fashion designing, she also has a lot of business intelligence. So that's also one of the things we have identified as a need, because that may be what is keeping you from breaking even or making the next move in your career or in profession. So look out on our page, stay tuned. We're going to announce that it's going to be a virtual meeting happening every Saturday for about 2 hours for 6 weeks. So look out for more details. You need to register for it, but the registration, as you know, is free. We do not charge for any of our services or our projects, okay? So look out for it and take advantage of that. So that's about it. Now, because of time, there are a lot of things I would have shown you, but I'll stop here. So we have a team of volunteers that run the organization. We also have an advisory board. We're a structured organization registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. We have a structured governance board. We have an advisory board that we report to. We have the management team. We have our volunteers team. In fact, I wanted to take the time to show the video, but I wouldn't. So we are here, we are structured. I also want to take the opportunity to call. Occasionally, we do a call for volunteers. If you think that you're passionate, you love what we do, you want to identify with the organization, you want to volunteer with us, we have a lot of ways that you can volunteer with us. So can someone just help share the volunteer link? But there's some links that will be shared. You can fill the volunteer link, and then we'll get your application. And when it's time to hold your interview, but we do need hands. We do need hands, because there's a lot of good work we're doing, and we want to even do more, but it requires human beings to do them, okay? And we're putting that call out there. If you'd like to join the YSIPS team, please fill the volunteers application form. It's also on our Instagram page, on our link. It's actually the first link there, so you can also go there and fill the form and be part of this amazing organization and giving back to. So you are receiving now. The way to give back is also by volunteering your time, your resources, and your services. Of course, what we do also requires money. I'm not going to bore you with that, but if you feel led to make a donation, we also have a donation link where you can, your 1,000, your 2,000, your 3,000. We're going to be sponsoring somebody at this academy, and it's going to cost us some money. But we're able to do that by the grace of God when we see some good-hearted people sponsor our project. So guys, that will be all for about YSIPS for tonight. So moving, so I'm putting it out here. We do need help. We do need team members. We want you to work with us, so join our team and help us expand the work that we are doing in Nigeria and Africa at large. And of course, if you're generous, you can sponsor, make a donation to the courses, the good courses that we're doing. Now to the main thing that is keeping all of you here, because I know that many of you are still on this call because of Miss P and this particular. So the first person who somehow my screen share has exposed. So we have a total of 22 entries. I want to be sure that, okay, I'm going to reshare my screen. A total of 22 entries, and in no particular order, the first person that made it to the final stage for the competition is no other than, can you guess? So you can see if she's here, Molade Designs. Please, let's give it up for Molade Designs. Molade Designs had the highest number of likes on her picture, and she drove the highest number of traffic to our post. So Molade, if you're here, please let's meet you, because we'll also need your contacts. You can reach out to us on Instagram, and we'll get some of your details. So congratulations, Molade, for making it to the final stage of the contest. Okay, the second person. Can you still see my screen? I think it stopped. Okay, the second person, and I'm not, without any prejudice, no intention to prejudice anyone. We have Safi Best Official, and she's my personal best because, my goodness, she worked so hard. A round of applause, please. Give it up for her. Congratulations to you, Safi Best Official. I think you worked the hardest. You didn't just stop at driving traffic to our page. You were reposting all our posts. She was, doing the countdowns judiciously with us. I'm like, I need this lady. Beyond it, I need her on my team, because what in the world is this enthusiasm? So I want to say thank you for the hard work you put into getting to the final stage, and congratulations for making it to the final stage of this contest. So reach out to us again on Instagram and we can take more details from you. The third person, remember, I'm calling this in no particular order, really. The third person, yeah, so we said 3 finalists, but we had to spread our tentacles to 4 because there was a close tie, and then for other policies that we saw. The third person, can you see my screen? I'm not sure you can. Akudo, please help me respond.
We can see your screen at the moment. Okay, we can see your screen now. It's coming up.
Okay, so the third person, congratulations. I am Midday Clothing. Congratulations for making it to the top, the final stage of the contest. You worked very hard. As you can see, she had a total of 422 likes, 108 comments, and it also converted. Sorry, I'm at home and I'm a mom of 2 wonderful children. So bear with me on the background noise. Work from home, that's what it looks like. Okay, so she had a total of 122 likes, as you can see on the screen. And this is, we're very transparent. There was no form of partiality, of course, goes against our values to even try to do that. So everybody that has made it to it. And the last person, so congrats, Mayday. And the last but not the least, again, remember that is in no particular order, is Joy Amaka. Joy had a total of 392 on her page, which also converted the followership on our page. So we have our 4 finalists: Joy, Ayamide, Molade Designs, and Safi Best Official. So congratulations for making it to the top 4. You're going to hear from us on what the final contest would be. Remember that it's only one person that can win this sport. So whatever this final con is going to be tough, because now we are going to put your skills to test. Again, because PFA is not, yes, there's a beginner class, but we want to be sure that the person that will qualify for this scholarship is somebody that has what it takes, to the potential that we are looking for. So we're going to test your skills at this final stage of the contest. So congratulations to our 4 finalists, and I wish you the best as you take on the final task of selection. Over to you, and thank you everyone for joining the call. Again, please fill the volunteer form if you're interested in joining our team. Kindly make a donation, because we're a nonprofit, we don't charge anything, but we also depend on the generosity of good Nigerians to be able to do the good work that we do. Putting this event together cost us almost 500,000, and it's a virtual event, so you can imagine, almost 500,000. And when we were budgeting, we didn't even think it would get to that. But by the time we started putting a lot of things in place, what am I saying? Because we still have some after work to do. So that's a lot of money you're getting so much value, but that's, you know, how much investment that had to go in to make tonight happen. So thank you guys again, and I'll hand over the mic to Akudo for the closing formalities.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ivory. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the finalists. So at the end of this event, I just want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for joining, and especially to Miss Prudent Gabriel and Mr. George Ekuribe for hosting us on that fireside section. Please, guys, remember to tag us with all your learnings and everything that you have taken off from this program. Tag YSIPS, tag Prudent Gabriel. I'm sure she would want to see how much impact she's made, you know, and I know that you guys learned a lot from her. I want to use this opportunity to also thank the YSIPS team for all the support and all the work that they do, and the founders of YSIPS for the for putting this, putting the work and making a difference in the lives of our youths. So please, let's give them a virtual high five in the chat. Thank you for making it happen today. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Follow us on YSIPS Foundation, on Instagram, on Facebook. And please do not forget, anybody that has extra questions, do send us a DM. We'll find a way to reach out to Miss Prudence. She's very busy, but, you know, I believe because of her passion, you know, to inspire and to help people, she would eventually find the time to respond to those questions. So do not forget to do that. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you, George. Please follow George. George, if you go to our Instagram, you can find his handle. It's there, St. George. You can follow him on Instagram. He's into men's collection. If you're a man or you have husband, you know, he's very, very amazing at what he does. And of course, follow YSIPS. I'm on Instagram as akudo.obuna, and Miss Ivory is also on Instagram as Ivory Emeka Ogugwa. So thank you very much for coming. And please, we have other programs coming up for those that are into the business, that want to learn more about business. You already mentioned all of that. So stay tuned on our page on social media for more information. Thank you so much and have a blessed night.